Hey, what's good, guys? DGE, Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and we back with another video. And today, there's a lot of stuff to go over, man. A lot of stuff to go over. The Tyreek Hill situation. Some head coaches got fired today. We got a lot of stuff, man. We got Zach Sealer, Jalen Ramsey, Devon A. Chain, Teron Armstead. They all gonna talk today, and we're gonna see what they have to say since the season is over. No playoffs. You know, last year we made it, the year before we made it, but this year we ain't make it. Are we making improvements in regards to the team, man? Are we? Or are we just being lazy? Are we being coached up by the right people? Do we have the right people picking the right people to be on this team? Do we? All of it is a question. But we did hear the news that we will be keeping Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer in office. So that's bad news right there. Very, very bad news. Hopefully them boys can get it right next year, man, and learn from their mistakes, man. Learn from their mistakes because you only got one more year to learn from your mistakes, or it's over. You're gone. You're a dunner. You're a goner, man. But first things first, we're gonna talk about Tyreek. I ain't really take it too serious in regards to what Tyreek Hill did. We all know Tyreek Hill, he a troll. He definitely a troll, but everything's starting to come to light today. Everything's starting to come to light. But let's hear what Chris Sims had to say about this. Because he does bring up a good point in regards to Tyreek. He does.
Yesterday, the Dolphins had an opportunity to get to the playoffs. They needed the Broncos to lose. And apparently, once Tyreek Hill realized the Broncos were going to win handily, he decided he was not going to play in the game. That, I think, led to some things. And ultimately, in the locker room after the game, he was originally, according to Omar Kelly of the Miami Herald, he was not going to talk to reporters. They talked him into speaking. And he said a few things that he's going to have a hard time taking back. Have a listen.
I feel like at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that, I need to reassess, about, my career. And,
That means he really thinking about leaving. He really thinking about leaving. If he has to sit back and think about his whole career based on what happened this season, it's not like we went 2-15. We went 8-9 this year. 8-9. He has to reassess his whole career. I just think that there's some shade being thrown at Tua. There's some type of shade.
just see what I need to do, to continue to get better, as a player.
Yes, Crazy Dolphin, this is live. This is live, Crazy Dolphin.
So I can continue to reach that 1,000-yard mark. So here's what it is. This is my first time. I haven't been in the playoffs, man. So for me, like I said, man, I just got to do what's best for me and my family, dog. If that's here or that's wherever the case may be, man, I'm finna open that door for myself, dog.
Oh wow!
I'm opening the door.
He basically saying he gonna release himself, just so he could see what options he got out there. That's what he's saying. That's what I'm getting from this. That's what I'm getting.
I'm out, bro. So it was great playing here, but
wow.
At the end of the day, bro, I got to do what's best for.
But a player like Tyreek, he's able to say this and still get picked up by a team. I don't think a team gonna look at this and be like, hell no, we don't want Tyreek Hill. He gives up on his team. They're gonna be like, man, this is Tyreek Hill. Let's try to trade him. Let's try. I promise y'all that. If Tyreek Hill got released today, he will be on another team in a matter of seconds. I promise y'all. They're gonna throw a bag at him. They're definitely gonna throw a bag. And I heard something in regards to, since he gave up on the team during the game, he could be eligible for the contract to be void, so we don't have to pay him no more. So it could just be a straight release, and we don't have to deal with the dead cap, no nothing like that. That's what I heard. Maybe that's in the contract details, but I'm not too sure, man. I'm not too sure. But shout out to my boy, Crazy Dolphin. Appreciate you for pulling up on me. Good evening, DGLivee, and our Miami Dolphin fans. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For my career and, what's best, because I'm too much of a competitor to be, just
Does that mean
just out there.
Mean you thinking about leaving here?
If it is, hey. Yeah.
It's crazy he leave at that moment. It's crazy, man. He know that he spilled too much at that moment. He spilled too much, man. But hey, before I get further into this, please go get y'all merch. Please go get y'all merch. We got Ravens, we got Golden State, we got Dolphins, of course. workout shirts. We got the hoodies for the Dolphins. We got the Golden State hoodies, and we got the Ravens hoodies. If you check out the website, there's way more, way more.
Look, that's about as blunt and as candid as you'll ever hear it from Tyreek Hill. The guy who wanted to stay for the rest of his career in Miami. He's a guy who always just kind of says what he has to say to embrace his current situation. He doesn't want to make waves. And then under the surface, you know there's always something else going on. And he wanted that contract. It'd be a lot easier for him to walk away if he hadn't done the contract. Now there's going to be complications. Who's going to want to take on his salary for next year? It's like $27 million in total cash commitment. I don't know that he's a $27 million guy anymore. And also, on top of that, Mike McDaniel yesterday suggested that Tyreek refused to enter the game because of a condition that wasn't a new injury. And it sounds a lot like Deontay Johnson in Baltimore, Devontae Campbell in San Francisco. And it opens the door for Miami to go after him for some of the money he's already received. This could, depending upon how ugly the Dolphins want to make this, this could get very ugly.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of shocking, I guess, that he comes out in that way. I'll say this. I've been waiting for him to spout off, though.
It's amazing it took this long.
It is, because I will argue, and I do think he's still a $27 million a year receiver. I do. I think he's better than some of the other guys out there that we could talk about.
Well,
like Tyreek, he's not a bad receiver, man. I do want to keep Tyreek. I really, really do. And I'm saying that he has value out there. He does have value. It just depends on the team that's willing to take a risk on him. It just depends.
And Ross St. Brown, right? Who would you rather have, him or Tyreek Hill right now?
Right now, I don't know.
I don't know. Still go with Tyreek, right? I think I would. But I think that's where Tyreek's frustration is coming from. And you wonder how much
total package.
Right. Well, you talk about the rest of your career, I understand. I'm a Ross St. Brown might win, right?
But even, I mean, do you want Tyreek Hill and all the shit that goes along with having Tyreek Hill?
I got you there. That's certainly something to weigh.
Good point.
Right. I was talking more physically on the field, but you're right.
Because I think that, look, when the Chiefs decided to move on from him, it was the culmination of he has been a pain in our ass all year long. That was the 2021 season, and I firmly believe as Cooper Kupp was approaching all of those single-season receiving records, he was losing his mind. I could do that too. I want the ball more. Give me the ball more. I need the ball more. I mean, no one ever said that, but you got the impression that's what was happening. So they just decided enough with this guy. Enough.
But then he came to Miami, and look how we treating him. We're not even giving him the ball this year. We weren't. So it's crazy how a life come at you, man. You left the Chiefs to get more targets, to be the main point of the offense. But now you're with the Dolphins, and we're not even treating you that way. You know, the first 2 years, we're dumping it off to him. We were giving it to Tyreek. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. We were. But this year, you know, something changed. We brought in Jonnu Smith. Who else we brought in? We brought in Odell. And that kind of took away a lot of stuff from Tyreek. It kind of made us focus on making sure Jonnu Smith and Odell Beckham were implemented into the offense. So it's like a seamless fit rather than just us, you know, force-feeding Tyreek to get to that 2K. You know, like we just stopped that completely. And hey, who knows if we did that this year, we'll be a better team. Who knows? But teams caught on in regards to what our offense does. And Tyreek Hill, he can't do the same stuff that he does no more because of the quarterback. And he's limited with his arm strength as well to throw it deep. We always throwing it short. So Tyreek Hill, he's a receiver that, you know, you got to go deep with them because of that speed. You got to go deep. If your quarterback can't go deep with Tyreek, what's the point of keeping him? What's the point?
We're trying to win Super Bowls, not placate a diva receiver. And that's okay. I know a lot of receivers out there. The attitude is, we want to win. I want the ball. The more I get the ball, the more likely we are to win. And in a place like Miami where they're not winning, it's even more of a frustration for him. I get it. I get it.
Right.
But that's
if you were winning, Tyreek Hill, he'll be chill right now. I know that for a fact. He wouldn't be complaining. But since we're losing, you know, sometimes when you're losing and on top of that, you're not getting the ball as well, man, that's rough right there. That's rough. You know, that's the perfect situation for you to snap. Perfect situation.
part of what you have to take on with Tyreek Hill.
Right.
At the talent level, when a guy is on the wrong side of 30, I just never. I'm like, the Bill Belichick. You want to move on a year too early instead of a year too late.
I get you. I get you there. I mean, there's certainly those things working against him. I still think he's arguably the fastest receiver in football still. and still
Yeah, I
one of
think
the
so
best
too.
weapons in the sport. And I think his frustration is not only like not going to the playoffs, but he's going, wait, I'm Tyreek Hill. I run 4-1. I'm the best deep ball threat in football. And we don't throw the ball more than 5 yards down the field, whoever's
Facts.
playing quarterback. And it's not
Facts.
going to change because Tua's just not
Facts.
that kind of guy.
Nope.
And I think to protect Tua, they're going to continue to do short passes, get the ball out of his hands.
I mean, let's say it.
to
The longer he
justify-
holds the ball, the more likely he is to get another concussion,
Exactly
so he doesn't
right.
hold the ball long
Yeah,
anymore.
Yes, and again, I'll always argue against that.
Bro, the offense make a whole bunch of sense now. A whole bunch of sense in regards to Mike McDaniel wanting to throw it short a lot because of the quarterback. It makes sense.
Contract, and I think it's ridiculous the amount of money they gave him. They really bid against themselves and all that. But yeah, they got issues there. And then here we are again in another big game where they don't win. It's cold weather. It's not pretty and high flying, and they can't ever seem to win these type of football games. That's a problem. You know what I say about Miami a little bit. I think they're a little bit of, for lack of a better way, I think they're I think that's what they are. Yeah, I think they are. And I think if you flip that around, I think they're getting it back, right? They're getting
Could you be a little
by the
more? Could you be a
stars.
little more blunt
Well, we're in
with your
Detroit.
assessment?
Detroit knows how to speak it real, and I'm still going high off their division championship. Sorry,
Yeah, I thought.
but
but
either way, yes. I mean,
I thought I was the one that had the crack pipe today.
they got issues to deal with because they've wanted some personalities. They've overpaid people down there and all that. I think Mike McDaniel is still an awesome offensive mind and coach. I question.
Hey, we want to pay people instead of develop them. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to do, man.
Some of the moves being made by the GM. You've heard me say that a lot through the last year. I don't love all that. And I think Tyreek Hill's looking at the team. He's looking at Tua, and he's going, where is this going? Where's this going? We have older guys that need money. Are they going to retire? Are they going to move on? And I think he's a little worried about, I don't see light at the end of the tunnel to where we're going to be real dominant.
I don't either. I don't see no light unless a quarterback come out of nowhere and saves the day for the Dolphins. I don't see no light, man. No light. Don't underestimate Drake May. He looked good as a rookie. He looked good. And if you get the right head coach, he's going to look better. Jets, I don't know what they got planned this offseason, but, hey, we're going to see what them boys pull off this offseason. So, Miami, we're in jeopardy in regards to finishing fourth in the AFC East if we don't act right. If we don't address the O-line, if we don't address a backup quarterback, you pretty much asking to be fourth in this division. Don't come into this year the same way that you came into the last year. And then look where we ended up now because you ain't really take the right steps. You ain't draft well enough for this team to make the playoffs. You didn't. I think you signed the right free agents. Jonnu Smith, Aaron Brewer, Odell. That I can't really say anything in regards to him, but Jordan Brooks. That's a very, very good signing. Who else we got? Kendall Fuller. Other than the injuries, that's been a good signing as well. Jordan Poyer,
next year or the year after that, and it looks like he's going to try to make a move and try to get the hell out of there.
Stephen Ross, the owner of the team, issued a statement last night declaring that Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer, the coach and GM respectively, will return in 2025. Our football operation will continue to be led by Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel with my full support. Now,
irresponsible, man. Irresponsible keeping both of them boys. Somebody gotta suffer the consequences in regards to stuff going wrong in Miami. Somebody gotta suffer. It seems like nobody gonna go through nothing. Nobody, man. Green Bay lost one of their receivers. I heard Christian Watson, he out for the whole season, but they got a lot of receivers in that room, a lot of receivers. So I'm not really worried about Christian Watson not being there. But with Jordan Love, he needs all the weapons that he can have out there. All the weapons. Other than that, they probably just gonna hand it off to Josh Jacobs. That's probably it, man. Because Josh Jacobs, he seemed like the best player on the offense other than Jordan Love. In my honest opinion, the best player. Bro, people are more mad at Tyreek than Miami Dolphins. Hey, I'm telling you, man, I'm not that mad at Tyreek because I don't blame him in regards to how he feel right now. I don't blame him, man. He got voted the best player last year. The best player. You expecting Tyreek Hill to go for at least 1,500 yards this year, at least 1,500. He didn't even at least get 1,000 yards, not even 1,000. Like, come on, man. Come on, coach. Stop playing around with Tyreek. Stop. Tyreek wants his 1,000 yards each season. He missed one in Kansas City because of an injury. Coming here to Miami to boost his stats, and Tua is not the guy. Tyreek wants a good quarterback team. I'm not mad at Tyreek. You see, I'm not the only one that feel that way. I'm not the only one. Not the only one. You should have known better. You know, he probably seen Waddle put up numbers with a Tua the year before he came here. It's like, man, if Waddle could do it, I could do it too. What you mean? If Waddle could do it, I could do it. But look now, he did it, but that was at the time as to where we had to force feed him because you're trying to get that 2K. We had to.
Teams would say that functional organizations don't issue statements that their coach and GM will be back. Dysfunctional teams do that. That was one of the things that came up last year when the Eagles are you going to issue a statement Sirianni's coming back? Well, why would we?
Yeah.
You know, and so I guess it was more in the realm of who knows, especially with Greer. McDaniel had gotten an extension before the season, and I still think the Bears should call. Or if there's, if teams are looking to trade for a current head coach, I'd at least make the call and see if Stephen Ross would like to have this opportunity to move on, fall out of the sky, and give him draft picks. But the problem is they're stuck with Tua for 2 more years. They're in the Browns and Deshaun Watson category. Because of that contract they did, they've got 2 more years fully guaranteed with Tua that they aren't getting out of because who would trade for him right now? If he's available on trade right now, who'd trade for him?
I mean, they're not going to get
at that contract.
And that's for the people who are saying that Tua is tradable. That's for y'all, man. That's for y'all. We're not gonna get nothing for Tua. We're not gonna get nothing. If Tua ain't go through the injuries, I think we'll probably be able to get like a second or a third for Tua. Second or a third. It's crazy how Tua, he put up all the numbers that he did, but I don't even think that we could get a first round pick for him. I don't think so. Like, we all know Tua's a above average quarterback. We all know that. But in regards to getting a first round pick for him, I don't think a lot of teams doing that. I don't think so, man. So maybe we're speaking too highly of Tua compared to other teams that don't even care about Tua, to be honest. They think he's not a good quarterback, other teams. So
there's not going to be much value. There's not. Injury history, not being able to be available on the field, and as you heard me say, and this is one of my problems in Miami, your best player should never be your biggest question in a big game. That does not line up. Like, the Giants were never like, I don't know if Lawrence Taylor will show up today, okay?
He did.
Like, the Eagles,
I thought they were. They weren't sure if he was going to show up.
Well, he might not actually physically show up. He might have been partying, but they knew he'd show up to play in football field. Like, you know what I'm saying, though? Reggie White. I don't think the Eagles were like, I don't know if we can depend on Reggie White. The Dolphins, we go into every big game, especially if it's cold and we know it might be a defensive struggle, and we go, I wonder how Tua will play. That doesn't line up with that guy's your highest paid player on your football team. There's issues there. So they're going to have to go back to the drawing board and reconfigure, and I'll be interested to see what they do with this Tyreek Hill situation. Is this one where he realizes, oh, no, I did too much, and tries to put the toothpaste back in the bottle, and he knows, oh, no, I might have to give up some money. Hey, no, I'm good.
Hey, ain't no putting toothpaste back in the bottle. Ain't no way you doing that right there. That's too hard. That's too hard. You spilled the beans already. Now you're going to have to deal with the consequences. We're all thinking about a trade destination for you now. On top of that, we're reading your contract to see how we would be able to let you go. And from what I'm hearing, Tyreek Hill, he's eligible just to be released without us dealing with no dead cap based off him not coming in the fourth quarter. That's what I'm hearing. So, hey, Tyreek Hill, he might have, looked out for us on that one. Who knows? Who knows? But at the same time, I still want Tyreek on the team because he's a good player. I'm not even gonna lie. He's a good player, but our team is just, man, it's one thing after another. One thing after another, man.
Good, I'll stay here in Miami, or do they have a talk today and he's like, no, I'm done. See you, bro. I'm out of here. I want to move on.
I also wonder, and I have to do a deep dive here. They could go after contract money, bonus money he's already paid if he refused to play. They also could potentially invalidate his remaining guarantees and cut him because of that. Right. He might have really screwed himself up yesterday. Now, if they cut him and he becomes a free agent, like you're saying, if somebody out there wants to throw a bunch of money at him, so be it. But this thing has the potential to get very ugly between Tyreek Hill and the Miami Dolphins. We're going to take a break. Hi, it's Mike Floyd.
Yeah, man. Today was a rough day, man. Rough day in regards to hearing that news with Tyreek. us not making the playoffs. You know, there's a lot of storylines today. A lot of storylines. We're gonna go over the Joy Taylor stuff a little bit later on in this video. A little bit later on. But yeah, shout out to Tyreek. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about Tyreek wanting out of Miami. Let me know. You know, not a lot of people beg to leave Miami, but Jimmy Butler, he doing it right now with the Heat. He doing it right now. Now Tyreek Hill. So maybe both of them boys trying to find their way out of Miami. They had too much fun these past few years, and they're like, man, we don't really care about Miami no more. We want to go win now. We came to Miami to have fun, and we had our fun. Now we want to go to a winning team. That's what the boys said. That's what the boys said. Next, what I got for you, I got Devon A.
I mean, yeah.
Let's see what he got to say.
I mean, still.
Obviously, you don't make the playoffs. It's gotta be disappointing.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, we still want to win the game. So, let's not make the playoffs. Mainly just us not coming out here and do what we're supposed to do to win the game.
You just talked to Tyreek. He seems really down. Like he's like contemplating.
You see, like A-Chain, he not gonna be mad because he still put up numbers, even though we don't win all of our games. He still put up numbers most of the games. So he's not gonna be out there complaining. And on top of that, based off Devon A-Chain and his character, I don't ever see that coming out of him based off the tactics that Tyreek Hill be pulling off. I don't see Devon A-Chain doing that.
Not even coming back this season. He says he's opening the door. Your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's a grown man. That's my brother. I'm supporting him anywhere he go. But I don't got no decision on that.
When did you guys know that the Chiefs weren't really giving them a competitive game?
I feel like they did what's best for them. At the same time, even if they did win, we still didn't come out here and do what we needed to do anyway. So
Exactly.
it didn't even matter at that time, at that point anyway.
Mom, what do you think is the biggest reason that the teams finished with 8 wins and 9 losses?
Like, if we had won this game, okay, that would have gave us confidence saying, like, damn, maybe if the Chiefs had won that game, we'd be in the playoffs right now. But we lost that game, and on top of that, the Broncos blew out the Chiefs. Blew them boys out, man. So
Not to put on an excuse, but I just feel like, some games we wasn't clicking off on all cylinders. Our QB1 got hurt. He missed a couple games, so that factored into a lot. And the games where, I feel like we should have won, we didn't.
What do you think it's going to take to bring the program closer to some of the teams that are up there in the AFC, like Kansas City, Baltimore?
A-Chain, just say quarterback. Just say quarterback, A-Chain. We all feel you, fam. We all feel you, fam. Just say quarterback. We understand, man. We understand.
Buffalo.
That couldn't work, man. I feel like we can't, rely on a lot of, excuses. And I feel like we should be, go out there and play hard with, whoever active on the roster.
I just mail-chipped my mark.
That was it for Devon A-Chain. It was like 1 minute. 1 minute. So, shout out to that boy, 6-string passion. You can only stand next to a dumpster fire for so long before this thing becomes intolerable, man. And, right now I got Febreze by my hip just to stay here a little bit longer, man. I might have to go if the Miami Dolphins continue on with this. I might have to go. I might have to, but I don't ever see myself being a fan of no other team. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Tyreek in a mess, man. Hey, he have issues on the field and off the field. That's too much. That's too much right there. Next we got Jalen Ramsey.
What was this?
There was a rumor based off one of his posts on Instagram saying that he out the door too. We can't afford to lose Ramsey, man. We cannot afford to lose Ramsey, but let's hear him out real quick.
Like, from your perspective, all the adversity that you guys face?
It just wasn't good enough. Not with the team we have. Not didn't achieve our expectations. Basically, is what I say.
What do you think is the biggest reason that the team went 8 and 9 this playoffs?
Not making enough plays. Just, I guess, not doing enough to win games. At times, and not playing complimentary football at times, and just not playing well enough. I'll just say that.
How
You know, you're so used to like Jalen Ramsey being a part of winning organizations. Winning organizations, you know, even with the Jaguars, the first year that he came to the Jaguars, the boys were turned up. They made it all the way to the AFC Championship game, all the way there. The Rams, we all know what happened over there. The boys won the Super Bowl. Now, he's on. I think this is his first season with a losing record, ain't it? Maybe it was his first year he had a losing record with the Jaguars, but this year, you know, it's been the worst year since. Worst year since. So we gave this boy one of the worst years of his career. But maybe outside of football, Jalen Ramsey, he probably enjoys Miami. He loves Miami, but he's just on the football field. I know maybe the culture in Miami affects how our players perform out there. Maybe, but all that wouldn't matter if he had a quarterback that could make everything not even matter. You know, the O line not being as good, quarterback, he's straight. Our wide receivers, you know, it's not the best wide receiving core, but our quarterback, he good. Running backs, you know, sometimes they can't get the running game going. Okay, our quarterback, he could set something up to the point where teams are confused in regards to maybe the quarterback he will run it or the running back he gonna take off with it. You know, so it's good to have like the quarterback that is jack of all trades. You know, Josh Allen, he could run, he could throw. He's just a threat in general, man. A big threat.
did you think the pass defense was as a unit in today's game?
In today's game, to be honest, I don't know. I gotta watch the film. I don't know exactly all he got. I know his stats were pretty decent, but I'm personally not a stat guy because sometimes they don't tell the whole story of the game. So I gotta kind of see. Like I'm just thinking about a few of his touchdowns came off like he was scrambling and got it in the open zones after the scramble. We may have had like maybe one blown coverage, a couple good plays by them maybe.
He overblowing it. He overblowing it. He know he got beat a few times by Devontae Adams. He know it. He know it. Allen Lazard scored. Tyler Conklin scored. You know, we let Aaron Rodgers tee off on us. We did. We let that old guy tee off on us. Disappointing, man. Disappointing.
I gotta look at it. I'm just rambling off a couple things I remember on the top of my head, but I had to look at it.
Where's your confidence level that this coaching staff and this organization can build it right to get you guys back to?
Yeah, that ain't on me. I just control. I focus on what I can focus on.
No confidence. No confidence, man. Since he said that, no confidence. Like, listen to the question. Listen.
That ain't on me. I just
Listen.
This organization can build it.
a couple things I remember on the top of my head, but I had to look at it.
Where's your confidence level that this coaching staff and this organization can build it right to get you guys back to?
Yeah, that ain't on me. I just control. I focus on what I can focus on. You know what I mean? I do what I got to do.
He got no confidence in Greer. No confidence in Greer. No confidence.
Yeah, for sure. Unless he can get a head coaching opportunity. Yeah, he's a great leader. And yeah, it was our first year in his defense, and I think we played well. I don't know how to line up after today. And again, I'm not a stat guy, but for the people who may care, I think we may be a top 5 defense in terms of a few categories. I'm guessing. So that's kudos to like all my teammates and to Weave, you know. But yeah, I think Weave's a great leader, a great motivator. Got a lot of respect for him. At times, don't feel like me, myself, or us as a unit played well enough for him, or even at times maybe trusted some things. So that's like on me and us. But I rock with Weave. I like Weave.
That's good that he's
To be
saying
so
that. Like Miami, with Tyreek Hill and Mike McDaniel, you ain't see nothing like that. You ain't see that type of relationship. Even though them boys lost this last game, you know, Aaron Rodgers, he put up, not Aaron Rodgers, Jets, they put up 40 points. 40 points. Ramsey is still giving Anthony Weaver his props because he a good coach. But I ain't hear nobody vouch for Mike McDaniel except for Teron Armstead just a little bit. Just a little bit, man. But that's a sign that I really pay attention to in regards to how these players react in regards to a question from the media in regards to the coaches. You could kind of tell in regards to how they feel about the coach for real. You can kind of tell. Let me get to your comments real quick. I'm a fan forever, but can't blame these guys for losing faith in Ross, Greer, and Mike McDaniel. But hey, they keeping all of them. They keeping all of them. Like somebody gotta go. Somebody gotta go, man. Somebody, but nobody going. DG, this year has been wild, bro. But we in session right now. Cheers, bro. Hey, I'm gonna continue to work for this team. I'm gonna continue to make videos for this team. I'm gonna continue to evaluate this team, and I'm gonna try to be the best Dolphin fan I can. In the meantime, you know, maybe we're not winning the Super Bowl now, but in the future, that's what I really want to happen. So I gotta continue what I'm doing now, so I can manifest what I want to happen in the future, which is the Dolphins winning a Super Bowl. I gotta manifest it by, I don't want to give y'all false hope in regards to what could happen next year, but um, there's a lot of stuff that could happen to the point where maybe we could turn things around that quick. We seen the Commanders turning around quick. Now they in the playoffs. The Broncos, same thing. We beat them 70 to 10 last year. Now they in the playoffs and we not in the playoffs. So things could change immediately. It just depends on the coaching staff and what they gonna do next. At this point, we don't know. We don't know if there is like let me see, Andrew Luck out there, Lamar Jackson, and Josh Allen. We would be interested. We'll try to get those guys, but ain't nobody like that. Ain't nobody like that. And it all starts with the quarterback in regards to an improvement with your team, because the Commanders, they ain't really do too much other than bring in Jaden Daniels. What weapons does Jaden Daniels have around him? Brian Robinson Jr., he's okay running back, but he's nothing too crazy. Terry McLaurin, he's a good receiver, but we have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill over here, and we can't get it right. We can't make it to the playoffs, but they can. But they can. That's what I'm saying. The quarterback really matters. It really do. It could change everything just by getting a different quarterback. It could change everything. And Storm Duck could be nice. He could be. He got a lot of work to do this offseason. A lot of work. A lot of work if you want to be that starting cornerback. I feel like we're going to bring in competition for him regardless. We're going to bring in competition. Greer returning is a huge disappointment. I don't know what them boys thinking, man. I do not know what them boys thinking. Chris Greer, he probably got them boys at gunpoint, telling them boys, hey, if y'all fire me, it's over. It's over, man. So Chris Greer, he probably threatening people in the building, and they not willing to fire him. And he's like, hey, if you fire me, you better not fire me, because you're not gonna fire the head coach as well. We in this together. Him and Mike McDaniel, they like this. They like this. Both of them boys, they love speed. They don't like tall receivers. That's what they don't like. They don't like getting old linemen. So hey, hopefully before Stephen Ross said, we gonna keep y'all boys here, but y'all boys better fix this old line, man. Y'all boys better fix that old line. So hopefully that's what Stephen Ross told them boys before he let them boys stay. Hopefully. Shout out to my boy Cap for life. Appreciate you for pulling up on me. Much love, fam. McDaniel has lost the locker room. It's obvious. Yeah, I know it's obvious, man. Anthony Weaver, it seemed like he ain't lose his defensive guys, but it seemed like everybody's like iffy about my McDaniel on the offense. Everybody iffy. Lack of a above good quarterback actually puts pressure on the defense to keep us in games because of lack of quarterback and offense. So you really want your quarterback to handle some of the weight that he might have to handle in some situations. You really want your quarterback to be able to do that. But Tua, he's not that type of quarterback. He's not. Ramsey, he's still the GOAT. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have him for another year. So I wouldn't take what he posted on Instagram too seriously. Ramsey, he posts a lot of stuff in regards to faith, Christ, so on and so forth. So that's similar to the stuff that he be posting. Very, very similar. But hopefully we can get it right from him. Hopefully. We have to make a trade so he can win, or just let him ball out. Yeah, I wonder what trade we gonna do. I don't want to lose any of our draft picks, because I really do want to invest in regards to being younger, a younger team. a way younger team. So as of right now, I feel like we're not going to be busy in the trade market, but more so in free agency. So we're not risking any draft picks, because we need to bring a lot of young people in here. And that's pretty much, I think that's going to really help our team. Bringing the right young people could bring us back up into being second in the division or maybe even first. I don't think we could be first in the AFC East unless we get a quarterback that can compete with Josh Allen. That's the only way. Facts, bro. On DGLivee and Iceman, I fully support you young guys. Keep up the good work from me and OG. Hey, I got you, fam. I got you, Crazy Dolphin. We're gonna keep on working for y'all, man. When the old guys get old, we still gonna be young. We still gonna be young. I'm still in my 20s, so I got a lot of time with the Dolphins. Hopefully, by the time I get old, I can say that the Dolphins did something. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Greer nowhere, all bodies are buried. Man, I thought Greer was gone, man. I thought I thought Greer was gone. McDaniel, we probably knew that he was gonna stay. Tua, we gonna see how this injury go, man. I heard that the injury is getting worse. It's worse than expected in regards to the hip. And like I told you in the last live stream, you need your hips to be a good thrower of the football, because based off like how your feet is placed on the ground and the power that you generate off the ground helps you throw the ball farther. So if your whole body is not connected, because your hip connects your upper body to your lower body, and if that part is messing up on you, how are you gonna be able to throw the football? We're gonna keep on doing the same thing with Tua. He probably can't even throw as far as he used to. Even before that, he wasn't even throwing that far. He doesn't have the arm like that. So it's just like a lot of stuff Tua going through, and we're pretty confident in regards to knowing Tua can't last the whole season. We're pretty confident in regards to that. So I don't want to hang my hat on my quarterback being hurt for sure throughout the whole season. Like, I just don't have no confidence in that, and I don't think you could win a Super Bowl with a quarterback like that, who's iffy all the time. To be honest, Mr. Park, thank you, bro, and bro DG, keep doing his thing. Hey, I'm gonna try. Me and Iceman, we're gonna keep doing our thing. We're gonna come up soon, man. We're gonna come up soon. Greer has evidence. What you mean, fam? Sixth string. What you mean? Greer doing nothing logical. We're gonna give him another shot, man. We're gonna give him, like I said, O-line. Please address the O-line. If we go into the free agency and we address the O-line first and foremost, I'll have more confidence going into the season as to compare to if we go into free agency, we get this receiver, that running back, we get another tight end. Before we get an O lineman, then I'm gonna have a problem. I can't hold that woman in the video. Can't get it respectfully. Hey, I don't know who this is. This is like a random ad, but hey, you already know how I feel, bro. You already know how I feel. I'm looking forward to 0-4 or 1-3 September. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, fam. I'm not, man. I don't know. It just depends on what quarterback we get. It just depends. Look at what happened, Pouncey, with his hip injury. Correct. Maybe them boys related, man. I've actually met Pouncey before. The center for the Dolphins, real cool dude. I met him at the Hard Rock, not the Hard Rock Stadium, but the hotel. They had a little like Miami Dolphin party over there, like a draft party. And I met him over there. He a pretty cool guy. Look just like me, tattoos everywhere, all that. But all serious, this team has a lot of trades ahead, or I guess Ross will stay with these players, but it would be wild. Hey, he gonna be busy this year. He gonna be busy this offseason. Let's get back to the video. Next, who I got for y'all? I got T-Stead. Let's see what he has to say about the season.
Yeah.
What, in your opinion, happened?
It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. You get into every year. You go into OTAs. You flying around doing workouts. You look at the team. Y'all look good. You moving good. You strong. getting to training camp, you're feeling good about where you are, and it's a blind race on the other 31 teams. And you get into that preseason game. Week 1 is when it really starts, when you really see what you got.
Yeah.
And we battled the tough game against the Jags, and week 2 we got stepped on. We lose our quarterback, and that definitely put a very challenging situation to the team.
Like going into the season, we all thought the Jaguars were a good team. A good team. And once we seen the Dolphins win that game, we're like, okay, we're set. They just paid Trevor Lawrence. They just got some new weapons. Their O-line wasn't too bad. Well, we thought we were dealing with a monster with the Jaguars, but once we beat them, I think that gave the team too much confidence in regards to them thinking that they're one of the best teams in the whole NFL. But we weren't. We weren't. The Jaguars, it was the Jaguars. So we can't hang our hat on beating the Jaguars. We gotta go out there and beat the Buffalo Bills, beat the Chiefs, beat the Eagles, beat the Ravens. Then y'all boys could chill out, hang your hat, be proud of yourselves. Hey, we beat a good team. We really did beat a good team. But they thought the Jaguars were a good team. Then after that, everything went downhill. Then Tua got hurt when we went up against the Buffalo Bills. It's just a crazy scene, man. Crazy, crazy scene this year. Crazy. So what Tua gotta do now? What Tua gotta do now? He gotta lose weight again, or he gotta gain weight again so he can stay healthier. But then he can't move. Then he's more. Then he's gonna get injured again because he can't move. So it's kind of like, man, you don't know what you gotta do with Tua. You don't know what you gotta do with Tua, man.
And we tried to fight to overcome that. We was 2-6, came back, went 6-2. So battle back for sure, but every year is different. Every year is different. You can't predict at all. You just try to go out and put your best foot forward. We didn't do enough.
We know it was a disappointing season. What was the mood in the locker room after? What did Mike McDaniel say? What did Steve Ross say?
Just that much for real. Just disappointed. You know what I mean? People fault though. We can respect that. You always fight. You always respect the fact that people fight and try to go. But it's a disappointment for sure.
Was Steve Ross, is he in a good mood or?
I didn't speak with him after.
You've been on great teams.
I would say so.
What does it take to bring this program, which has been good, to great?
This is gonna say a lot in regards to what Teron Armstead goes into, the locker room and what he sees every day. He gonna give y'all, a little insights in regards to what happens on this team and how he really feels about this team and what's the difference between the team that he had with the Saints and what's the difference in regards to the team that he has now with the Dolphins.
That's a loaded question because it's not one thing. It's a lot that goes into it, and to make it great. And it's like it's not necessarily a one secret recipe for a team. It's like pieces got to come together, opposed to just if we just do these 3 things. It's just 10 things, 12 things that got to go right for you to have a great team. And it starts with Mike. He coming with that approach that we're going to be a great team. Nothing less. And holding everybody to that standard every day and people fully buying into it. Everything that he's preaching, his emphasis, people fully buying into it. Players, coaches, staff, everyone alike. And
so it seems like what Teron Armstead is saying, not everybody bought into the culture that Mike McDaniel was providing onto this team. Because the reporter, he asked them, what do you feel like this team can do to be on the level of the Bills, the Chiefs? And they're saying that, Teron Armstead is saying that everybody has to buy into Mike McDaniel's culture. I could kind of tell like there's different personalities in the locker room to the point where not everybody going to click with Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel think that he could probably click with everybody because he's such a unique person. But some people is going to rub off, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, he's going to rub off on them in the wrong way as to how Mike McDaniel acts. There's other fan bases that think Mike McDaniel weird, but we're going to stand by Mike McDaniel because that's our head coach. That's the person who's leading our team. So we can't really bash him like that and say he's weird, because he, at the end of the day, he has to lead 53 men on the NFL team to win a football game. So obviously, there's some authority there with Mike McDaniel, but when you just hear him, his aura, his vibe, it just don't seem like a leader of men. It don't seem like it. I don't want to disrespect Mike McDaniel. I love him as a head coach. Um, I wouldn't say he's a good play caller. He's a good play designer. Good play designer, but I don't know about a play caller. But maybe that could be the issue in regards to the quarterback not being able to execute the plays that he wants to. That could be another thing. So people be quick to say Mike McDaniel's not a good head coach, but I think there's some value there. And if he were to get fired today, a team would pick him up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. A team will pick him up. And let me get to some of y'all comments real quick. Let me see. If we can get John Gruden at DC, that would be great. I heard about John Gruden looking for a head coaching job. That's what I heard. In regards to DC, I'm hearing that Robert Saleh, he could be interested in the Dolphins. That's what I'm hearing. If Anthony Weaver leave, but I don't think Anthony Weaver gonna get a head coaching job this cycle. Maybe next cycle, but not this cycle. All these other teams, the best shot that he has is the Saints. That's his best shot. If you don't get the Saints, I don't think he'll go to anywhere else. The Patriots, no. The Jets, I don't think so. The Bears, I don't think so. They need an offensive coordinator as head coach to be there with Caleb Williams. I just don't think, Anthony Weaver, he would click with Caleb Williams. I don't think so. But at the end of the day, there's 32 jobs in the NFL, head coaching jobs. So whenever one of them becomes available, even though you might think like the Jets, that's a bad team to go to, it's one of the 32 jobs available. Shoot, if I wasn't working my job right now, I would take an interview to a head coaching job just to see if I got a shot. I would. We need a moment of silence in honor of all the fans who will be long gone by the time the Fins win another championship, man. Hey, hopefully it's not too long, fam. Hopefully, man. I wish I was playing to help y'all out. I wish I was still playing, man. But how we going to do well in free agency when we are in cap hell? That's a true statement. True statement. But there's something called restructures that we can do with some of our players. That could open up some cap space. We got a lot of the guys with 1-year deals, so I think we're gonna do the same thing this year in regards to 1-year deals with some players. Bring them in 1 year. Hopefully, they could show out. We'll probably get some 2 years, 3 years here or there, just like last year. Aaron Brewer, I think he on a 2-year deal. Jordan Brooks, he on a 3-year deal. Those two guys, they're worth a long-term deal, so we made the right choice. Odell, we gave him 1 year. 1 year. So it seemed like we gave out the contracts carefully. The players that ended up doing well, they signed a longer term contract. There's some players that signed a 1-year contract that did perform well. At the end of the day, you got to prove yourself each year in the NFL. No matter if you're on a 2-year, 1-year contract, you got to prove yourself. You got to. That's why fearing the schedule is stupid. Yeah, to be honest. Last year when I was looking at the schedule, the Titans looked like that was a team that we gonna win for sure. We gonna beat that team for sure. But we lost that game this year. We lost it. You could never know which games you're gonna lose or win. You could never know unless you could look into the future like that. Unless you can. Bills Super Bowl, but the Chiefs are them as well. We're gonna have to deal with them boys for a long time, man. A very, very long time, man. It's sad, man. Great job, EG. Thanks. No problem, bro. Appreciate you for putting up on me. This is my first time seeing Six String Passion. I would see him on Iceman's live, but appreciate you for putting up on me. Much love, bro. Chiefs most likely make the Super Bowl, but would be amazing if it was the Dolphins. Hey, Iceman, do one thing. Go to sleep, close your eyes, and just dream about it. That should help you out in the meantime because it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Anytime soon, man. Gruden is a head football coach, period. Robert Saleh is our next defensive coordinator, Iceman. That's why I think too. If Anthony Weaver does get a head coaching job, Robert Saleh, he right here in Miami. Right here in Miami. I'll take that. I'll take that. Who can listen to Mike McDaniel every day, all day? Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Like Mike McDaniel, I love him. I don't want to bash him, but it's hard to listen to him for a full hour, a full 30 minutes. Like, I be lost. Sometimes I be going to sleep listening to him because he just says too much. He just said too much. And y'all heard his press conferences before. Y'all heard it. It's double-edged sword with Tua health dealing with concussions and hip issues going back to his Alabama days. Also, Tua had ankle injuries at Alabama. I also heard Tua had 5 reported injuries at Alabama. In college, I ain't never had an injury in my life. Not an injury, but I never went to surgery in my life. Tua had 5 surgeries in college. Below the age of 22. 5 surgeries, man. That's crazy right there. Crazy. How can a young man heal from that completely? How? Um, Billy, that would be cool too. But Gruden is old school mentality would shape this defense into discipline. It just depends on how Gruden will fit with our defensive players. Chop Robinson, young piece. Jordan Brooks, young piece. Jordan Brooks, I feel like he could work with any coach just as long as you respect him. Just as long as you respect him, we good. Calais Campbell, we know he's not gonna be here no more. He's probably gonna be on another team pretty soon. I don't know if he's gonna come back to Miami next year. We're not gonna give him no confidence in regards to us making it to the Super Bowl next year unless we make like a big move, a big move to the point where everybody has confidence in Miami making it far. You know, um, Shout out to my boy Irving of Figueroa. Figueroa. My bad if I'm saying the last name wrong, fam. My bad. Yo, DGLivee, much respect, broski. Appreciate you, fam, for pulling up on me. Much love, much love. Tap in, tap in. Coach Gruden is a Dolphin this time next year. What, as a head coach? You think so? You think so? I think he did win a Super Bowl, right? Gruden. I think he did win a Super Bowl. The Titans for Weaver, maybe. They ain't let go of their head coach. He's still gonna be there. He's still gonna be there. Weaver to the Bears is fire. You think he could get along with the nail painter? You think so, Caleb Williams? I feel like he needs a special type of head coach, a special type of head coach. Brian Flores, that would turn him right, but I think them boys will start beefing just like Tua and him started beefing. Maybe. But it sucks that we have to let Weaver go, talented as he is. It happens when you have a coordinator that's real good to the point where somebody wants to interview him. So be it. Frank Smith, he got interviews last year, but he came right back to the Dolphins. Came right back. I just don't think this year's the year for Anthony Weaver based off all the job openings. I don't think this year the year, but maybe next year. Maybe next year. Because a lot of teams are on the hot seat with their head coach, and that's going to be Anthony Weaver's perfect shot to, grab a head coaching job. If you're a defensive coordinator, you got to blow these people away because they don't want to bring in a defensive coordinator. Then they have to continuously get offensive coordinators. And then once they show that they're a good offensive coordinator, they're out the door. Like, look at the Buccaneers. David Canales, he went to the Panthers. He's the head coach for them now. Now, the OC that they got, Cohen, he might get a head coaching job too. So it's like you going through OCs. So it's always good to make sure you have the quarterback that you really trust and believe in, and you could just bring in people at OC to help with the quarterback. Baker Mayfield, they seen that he had potential with Canales, and look what he's doing this year. Over 40 touchdowns. Over 40. But with Tua, it just seems like everything got to be straight for him. Everything got to be right. Every single little thing, man. Crazy. Exactly, Iceman. Mr. Polk, Tua should take a pay cut to help the team salary. He just signed that contract. I don't think he's going to take a pay cut. He just signed that contract, man. The league love rating our coordinators, and our coordinators never accomplish the mission first. To be honest, your team low-key got to make a run for your coordinator to get a lot more looks. Like if we were in the playoffs, we won a game, maybe teams looking at Anthony Weaver a little bit more. But the way we finished this year, I don't think Weaver resume is good enough for him to get a head coaching job this cycle. I don't think so. If they are committed to Tua, win a division title, win a conference title, win a league title, that's the roadmap. You know, first things first, win a division title. What we gotta do? We gotta get a quarterback, a backup one, because we know we can't move off of Tua. We can't, but we gotta get a quarterback that we know. If we go up there to Cleveland, if we go up there to Buffalo, and it's snowing, 50 inches of snow, over exaggerating about that, but 50 inches of snow, and you still trust your quarterback to throw. That's the quarterback we need in there for the division. A quarterback that could play in any condition. That's what we need in Miami. That's what we need. Don't forget Dotson. Facts, facts, facts. Phillips could get the 5th-year option, but the injury prone is wild. Um, hey, we gonna get Phillips on a discount deal. I don't think he'll feel comfortable leaving. I don't think he'll feel comfortable leaving. He been through 2 ACL tears. I don't think teams gonna be interested, but I think Phillips will be willing to take something less than 20 mil. You know, when Jalen Phillips was balling out, I thought this guy was gonna get like 30 mil a year. I thought so, but now these injuries are piling up. I don't see him getting no more than 20 or 15 in between that range. In between that range. Phillips could get the 5th year. Okay, we just read that one. Mike Evans, you think he's a top 5 all time? Based off the J record. I don't think he top 5. He probably top 10. Probably top 10, man. You know, I love Mike Evans. Don't get me wrong. I love Mike Evans, but I don't think he a top 5 receiver all time. I don't think so. There's like solid 5. Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. Who else I could put on that list? Y'all let me know. I know there's a good 3 receivers that I could put on that list. Better than Evans. DG, how many players from last year's Dolphins draft were on your big board? Um, I don't even think anybody was on. Who's on my big board? Not really anybody. Patrick Paul, I kind of avoided him because of his size and his scheme fit. You would have to coach him up to be a scheme fit. That ain't no problem. But just off rip, I'm not going to pick you for my team if I don't think you're a scheme fit. I thought we needed like a lineman that could really move in space. And Patrick Paul, he wasn't that to me. Chop Robinson, I just thought that the sack, the production, I was looking at the stats with Chop Robinson before the draft. I was like, nah, Miami, no way Miami Dolphin picked this guy in the first round when we have other problems with the team. No way. No way. Receivers, I wasn't really looking at receivers because we got Tyreek, we got Waddle. I wasn't really worried about receivers. Running backs, there was a few good running backs that I like. Braden Allen from the Jets. What's some other good running backs? I forgot. Y'all gonna have to let me know. Trey Benson, I liked him from FSU. Mm, what's some other ones? Not Sean Tucker. Bucky Irving. Y'all seen what he do with the Buccaneers? That's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. Um, any other running backs that did well for their first year? Nothing comes to mind as of right now, but there's a lot of good rookie quarter running backs that I like, but we ain't end up getting them. We didn't. Much as I like Phillips, you are right, Iceman. 5th-year option for Phillips until he can stay healthy somehow. Watch him stay healthy this whole year. We re-sign him, then he get hurt again. we go through it too much, man. We go through it too much. Phillips is getting a 3-year market-setting deal. From who though? Us? From who? Like, hey, let me know. Billy Batson, you relate to Shazam. Top 10, okay, I feel that, but we need Mike Evans type for us. Yeah. We really do need Mike Evans. I looked at the draft and these receivers. There's not really a Mike Evans that I like. There's a dude from Texas A&M, but he decided to stay one more year. He's about 6'6", 215, 210. A tall receiver. He could go up top and get it. Y'all search him up. I gotta find his name real quick. Uh, Noah Thomas. That's his name. Noah Thomas. I might show y'all some clips on YouTube or something like that. But let me just play this Teron Armstead press conference real quick.
You get 100 plus people on one common goal, then you got a chance to reach greatness. But when you got so many moving parts, and when it's disconnected, you see it. You see sometimes offense doing well, defense not, or offensive defense doing well, special teams not. But to really be great, you got to consistently have all three phases, and it goes past the field. The field is just the finished product. Like during the week, that's the real process. So the pregnancy of a team is what we have to focus on. People just want to see the baby. But we really got to go through them growing pains and go through the ups and downs to really get there.
It seemed like the team had a hard time dealing with the up and downs. A very, very hard time, man. And sometimes the up and downs, they were visible to the open eye. With Tyreek Hill getting arrested. What else happened this year? Tyreek Hill, he had a lot of baggage this year. A lot of baggage. Tua with his injuries to the open eye. So a lot of our players went through a lot. Jalen Waddle, he went through a lot this year. The only person that came out this year untouched, unscathed is Devon A-Chain and Jonnu Smith, kinda. To
play in this game, kind of in the third quarter, you kind of knew that. And why did you finish this game?
I'm here to play football. No questions about it. Like, this is what we do. That's what we're here to do, and go out there and try to get the job done. Plain and simple.
How do you go into this offseason? Do you have a fire? Do you still have that? Is it still something?
It's
you want to battle to get?
Yeah, just immediate reaction. I don't even want to get into it. You know what I mean? Just get away from it. Get away from this game, because right now it's tough, man. Like I feel like the world is the sky's falling. You know what I mean? So it won't be too many positive answers for me right now. So just got to get away from it.
Shout out to T-Stead. That was it for that video. Let me show y'all the prospect I'm talking about, Noah Thomas, Texas A&M. 6'6", almost 6'7", up top. Over 3 defenders on that one. Over 3 defenders. He was thinking about declaring for the NFL draft, but he said, I'm going to stay another year. He took some visits to Georgia. He took a visit to Miami. If you go to Miami, that might be good, but Miami need another quarterback. But if he came out this year, this would be like a second-round pick. Kind of reminds me of Mike Evans. Really do. He came from the same school as Mike Evans, Texas A&M. Mike Evans, he was here when Johnny Manziel was here, and he was balling out. And this is pretty much another Mike Evans right here, same school. So be on the lookout for Noah Thomas next year. Sorry he ain't come out this year, but there's a lot of good receivers coming out this year. Don't worry. But not this size, though. The 6'6" size, there's nobody like that this year. Nobody. If you want 6'6", you gotta go get a tight end this year. Gotta go get a tight end. Next, what I got for y'all? I got Sealer, Ingold, and Jonnu Smith. They're gonna talk about the drama that Tyreek Hill bring into the locker room. They're gonna talk about it. Let me continue with the comments. Let me see. True DG, it would happen to the Dolphins like that. We need a couple of big body receivers, not all small ones. Facts. I show y'all Noah Thomas just now. When Tareen said the disconnected part, it reminds me of the old type Dolphins with with else to have all about money but not helping the team win. But when you're in a culture like Miami, you might tend to, find yourself doing this when you're in Miami. As soon as you turn right on practice, there goes booby trap. 2 minutes down the road, there goes the office. 4 minutes down the road, there's South Beach. Sometimes you could be on South Beach and you'll meet a girl and she not even from Miami. Miami got females from everywhere that be over there. So you could just walk South Beach one day and it'll be easy to get a girl. So easy, especially if you're an NFL player. So Miami, you have a whole bunch of options as to compare to if you went to Kansas City. Depending on which area you at, you're not really walking out your house and you're seeing somebody. Miami, you walking out, somebody seeing you. Somebody seeing you, man. So Miami it's a tough city. It's a fun city, but it's a tough city if you're not responsible. If you don't got your head on straight. It's a very, very tough city, man. And on top of that, these guys, as soon as they leave practice, their bank accounts have 6 to 7 zeros, so they can go to Miami, a club in Miami, blow some money, all night. They could go do that. They got the money to do it. So they're going to be infatuated with that, and they're not going to worry about practicing. They're not going to worry about why they got that money in their bank account. They're going to worry about blowing it. They're going to worry about blowing it. That's it. They're going to blow it on some females. They're going to blow it on some cars. They're not going to try to conserve it. So it's just like you really got to get your head on straight when you come to Miami. You got to come to Miami and realize, like, man, I got to really lock in when I'm over here. This ain't Seattle. This ain't New York. This is Miami. This is where everybody – I really think, like, if you ask every NFL player what team would they play for, majority of them would say Miami. Even though we haven't won a Super Bowl in years, most of them would say Miami. I'm not paying attention to mock drafts anymore while Greer is GM. It makes sense. It makes sense. But I still post them hoping that maybe one of his scouts see him and they could look at the players and they could bring their name up to Chris Greer. So they could make sure that they have those players on their boards. At least have those players on their board. Teron, I would keep him for one more season to teach Paul when healthy, valuable, but also questionable as well. Teron Armstead, he hasn't said nothing yet, but I think he's going to see what Chris Greer got planned for the team. He's going to wait to see what he's going to do with that. And then after that, that's when he'll make the decision in regards to where, can Miami really make it far this year? Do we have everything? Do we have everything? If I'm going to be playing next to Rob Jones next year, I'm not going to come back to play. I'm not. But if you're going to put Quentin Nelson next to me, if you're going to put a good guard next to me, we keep Aaron Brewer, we fix this O-line, then we talking business. Then we talking money.
Get things taken care of from day one and take care of business and start fast next year.
Was that not done to the extent that it should have been by all the players?
There was things going on this year, obviously in the background, and that need to get taken care of, and some things could have been, we needed to be on our P's and Q's earlier in the season and earlier in camp, and I think it's a point of focus this year, and we're going to make sure we don't mess that up again.
Zach, how do you coach when you're
Yeah.
Some of this stuff has to drive you crazy. How tough is it, though, to speak up in this?
Yeah, I think it's speaking up has been one of the things I've been working on my entire career. Me and Christian talked a lot about that early on. Obviously, me coming from the waivers and kind of not doing much in the NFL early on. Like I told Barry, it took me 10 years to get, or 5 years to get 10 sacks and 2 to get 20. So it's just one of those things where it's just like I'm a leader on this team. I'm a veteran. I have my name now, and to speak up with guys like Chubb and Calais, Agba, Ramsey, all these guys on defense, we need to make sure that we're holding everyone to a standard. To be here from day one, to work as a unit and stay on top of things early on, so that we're not trying to play catch up and we're starting the season fast and we're not playing from behind the 8 ball.
What was your reaction to Tyreek Hill yesterday saying that opened the door for his future? We didn't know if you saw those comments, but
yeah, I saw him. Yeah, I think everyone has their own voice, and if that's what he wants to say, that's what he wants to say. I have all the respect for him as a player. If that's how he feels, that's how he feels. So we'll leave it at that.
Is it disappointing though when you guys are playing hard to the end? He's not in there in the fourth quarter.
That's the expected answer from Zach Sealer. He probably could be feeling something different inside, but he already know like how Tyreek Hill acts when the cameras are not around. So you probably know what's really going on. He probably do.
For a sign of adversity, he's like, I'm out of here.
I don't know how the game went. I was on defense and I wasn't watching the offense. I'm making our corrections, so I don't know. I haven't even watched it yet, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, obviously it's a knee-jerk reaction. That stuff happens, and I don't know what happened. I'm not going to speak for him or speak on that. That's his own decision. But I know as a team that we need to stay focused this year on making sure everyone's here, making sure we're on time, and we're focused on winning it all next year and making the corrections from this season. Going into OTAs and camp this year.
Zach, the other thing is Mike and Chris are coming back. Any thoughts on coach and GM that you've been here with?
Yeah.
Which are
No, I think those guys, love those two. We had an amazing, just speaking on this year, amazing rookie class come in. Chop, Washington, Wright, Storm, like just to come in and do what they're doing is incredible. So really excited to see that rookie class grow. And I think, and everybody, players, coaches, everyone as a staff grow. And I think we learned a lot this season and last season, and hopefully this next year is the step we need to take to win it all.
How has Mike been
How are we going to do that, Zach Sealer? How are we going to do that?
growing as a leader, as a head coach, seeing him from his first year to year 3?
Yeah, I think he's always continuing to grow, just like we all are. If you're not growing, you're dying. And I think being comfortable with the uncomfortable is a big thing around here that we focused on too late. And I think that we have, sadly, it's looking back from the outside in now, but hopefully we'll win it next year, kind of like, hey, making those corrections on what we didn't get done or what we need to get done or what we need to focus on as a team, as players and coaches. I mean, it's responsibility falls on all of us, right? So take it into this next season, getting after it, and holding everyone accountable earlier on.
Zach, today's moving day. I'm pretty sure you leave a lot of shit.
I do, yeah. Yeah, I think my locker will stay full.
Almost 24 hours to reflect here. Sort of,
what
are the emotions today as you guys clean up the lockers?
I mean, I think there's a balance of frustration, disappointment, and a little bit of sadness too, but also a little bit of happy heart knowing that we were able to learn a lot about each other, the guys in this locker room, and it's always a blessing to be able to make out a season healthy personally, but then as a team, obviously not achieving what you wanted to, learning a lot along the way, sharing. I'm looking at these lockers and the names right now, and a lot of them are going to change, a lot of them are going to be new. Knowing that the 2024 Dolphins were what we were, underachieved definitely from our goals and our expectations, but man, the way that a lot of guys fought all the way to the end, to the very last game, with all the things that we went through internally as a team, and then obviously the opponents that we played, definitely hold your head up high knowing that we gave our best effort till the end.
You've got a locker right next to Tyreek. Were you surprised that he seemed to indicate that he wanted to leave Miami?
I mean, I think Tyreek's an emotional guy and he's a competitor, like a lot of us are. And you get to know a guy like that over a few seasons. I'm upset that things had to be shared the way they were. But at the end of the day, man, I have a lot of respect for him. Obviously, sharing a lot of time in the lockers with him. The practice field, the game fields, just seeing his light and his energy. He's a really great teammate that I've had the fortune to play against and then play with as well. So, I think a lot of guys were emotional after the game, so I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. And obviously, we're going to continue to have conversations, but man, he's a great competitor, great teammate, and we'll see what the offseason brings.
After the game, Steve.
Interesting answer right there about Tyreek. Very, very interesting, man. Alec Ingold, if you had to choose somebody on the team to be a head coach, I'm choosing Alec Ingold. I'm choosing Alec. He seemed like he could be a leader of men. He's going to be logical at all moments. He's not going to make a bad mistake. He's just going to do what's best for the team. That's it. That's it, man.
This group and Michael will be returning. I'm pleased that you know that these guys are still here next year to
do this again?
Yeah, I think that some consistency in learning and improving. I think there's going to be a lot of intentional improvements, a lot of intentional changes made this offseason. I think it gives confidence to the guys that are going to be in this locker room, knowing that we have a clear vision. We've learned a lot over the past couple of years, and I know not a whole lot of fans might not want to hear that, but at the same time, the players in the locker room and that consistency, I think will bode well for us. You know, I think anytime you change just to change probably doesn't make the most amount of sense, and understanding that we have a lot of confidence in the guys in the room to be able to solve problems, to continue to solve problems, and figure that we have the awareness that what we've experienced this year will serve good for the future of the organization. I think that all breeds positivity moving forward, and I think that we've definitely laid a lot of bricks down that we can grow off of, and we know what it takes to be successful down the stretch.
How does that make you feel?
Let me get to some of the comments real quick before I get to Jonu. Armstead is still living off of his Saints accomplishments. It's wild. Armstead is a Dolphin lineman. Armstead as a Dolphin lineman doesn't exist. Coach Armstead is more like it. Yeah, man. Armstead, he won more with the Saints. He spent more years with the Saints, more success with the Saints. So Armstead, he gonna retire a Saint, to be honest. Even though he could retire a Dolphin, he gonna retire a Saint. Because that's where he gonna have most of his memorable memories. He still hang out with some of the Saints players, even though they're on other teams. So Teron Armstead, when I see him, I see a Saint. I don't see a Dolphin. I do not see a Dolphin. Tyreek Hill, I kind of seen a Dolphin on his second year when he was balling out the 1700, but now this year I'm seeing Chiefs. I'm seeing Chiefs, man. So we can't keep on buying these players and expecting them to buy into the program if they have that connection with a previous program. We can't. We got to groom these players up from the ground up. We got to make the right choices to begin with. Man, because players, they're going to hold that, that entitlement in regards to a team being the first team to draft them. The first team that they ever played for. That's something that you can hang your hat on in regards to, man, that's my first team right there, my first NFL team. That's special. Billy True, teach Paul, but Austin Jackson is in question as well, injury prone. I say make him the backup so he don't have to play too much, so we don't have to worry about him being injury prone. That's what I say. Cristobal has to address the defense this offseason. In regards to Miami, yeah. But they got some recruits coming in. They might be okay. It's just quarterback. Yeah, I got to worry about quarterback. Mario is like Manny Diaz to me, but Hurricanes have a lot of work like the Dolphins. Yeah, Hurricanes, they did better than us this year, but it's just at the last minute we couldn't make everything right. But Cam Ward, he had no defense to the point where the boys ended up losing 3 games. I think they lost all of their 3 games last year by a total of 9 to 12 points. Lost all their games last year. So if Miami just had a decent defense, they'd probably be undefeated in the playoffs right now. Most likely. Zach, he deserves the bag. There's a few people on this team that deserve a bag, and yeah, he one of them. But we're going to see if we're going to extend them or anything like that. I'm pretty sure we're going to extend them. I'm pretty sure we are. With Zach Sealer, he got drafted by the Ravens, but at this point of his career, based off what he did for Miami, he just seems like a Miami Dolphin player. He's going to rep Miami for the rest of his career because we believed in him when nobody else did, and we built him up to be the D tackle that he is today. That's what you call a Miami Dolphin player. Not somebody that we got from somebody else. They bought out for them. Now we're just trying to reap the benefits of seeing them actually play well in the NFL. Now we're going to try to trade for him instead of us trying to develop him to be that player. We want to cut straight to the point and want to get the good players off rip instead of trying to get the right players in the draft so we can have them for longer and on a cheaper deal. So would you rather book a B&B for one night for $400, or would you rather book a hotel for 7 nights for $300? Which one would you rather do? Especially if you have nowhere else to stay. Nowhere else. But you want the nice things, right? The nice hotel. You got everything you need for 400 for 2 nights. But that hotel is gonna keep you afloat for the whole week until you could find something on your own the next week. So you really gotta pick and choose. You really do. You really do. But let's get to this John Smith interview. Let's go.
I'm not gonna speak for Tyreek. Respectfully. Look, Tyreek spoke for himself. I can, only speak for myself. And we all men, man. We all feel differently about certain things. We handle situations differently, and rightfully so. He handled the situation how he felt he should have handled it.
Is there anything, one thing that Bradley and Zach have talked about is players needing to hold themselves to a higher standard. Zach said earlier this year that was an issue. Players have to be on time, etc. Was that an issue where the team can improve? I'm not talking about every player, obviously, but some.
I would definitely say is definitely a lot more things, more house cleaning rules that we could clean up on. Now, is that going to equate to wins? It's hard to say. You know what I mean? But, you definitely need structure anytime you're striving to do something great. So there's a lot of things that we need to clean up, as a team, speaking individually for myself, that I can improve on and get better. And again, I'm just going to continue to speak for myself. But where we are as a team, like I alluded to it yesterday, I think we all know the foundation that was set. And we got a good foundation. We just got to continue to carry that out, and the leaders in this locker room continue to stand on that, and continue to relay that message throughout the 2025 season coming up.
Donnie, you've spoken about having to go to FIU, being underrated and all that. So what stuff has to drive a guy like you? Pretty crazy.
Man, it's not never came easy for me. You know what I mean? I like it that way though. You know what I mean? It's made me a better man. It's made me a better person. It's made me more appreciative of the opportunities that I have. To always walk in humility. Obviously as a man of faith, that's one of the pillars of my everyday living.
Amen.
Just for me, not taking a day for granted, being grateful for every opportunity I have, knowing that this is earned each and every day. This opportunity that I had to wear that badge to represent, a great organization like this. Again, everybody, has their own theories about life and how to move about it. It's the great thing about this game of football is so many people from so many different parts of the country, we come together, even the world now, you know what I mean? But we come together and we strive to reach one common goal. So we kind of got to put all our, world views and, kind of how we think morally, we kind of got to put that aside and just come in here, the 8 or so hours that we get here a day and just lock in and try to just achieve one common goal. So I think that's what's beautiful about this game, man.
That's real what he said, man. That's very, very real. We all here in this group chat on this live stream, most likely we all Dolphin fans or football fans in general watching this, but we all do different things other than football, but football brings everybody together no matter where you came from. That's why I love football. It keeps you disciplined. You learn a lot of lessons from football as well. A lot of lessons, you learn how to fight through things. Conditioning. When I was doing conditioning for football, oh my Lord, man, that was crazy right there. One time I was doing conditioning, I seen like 3 guys quit. 3 guys quit right next to me. You could follow those guys and quit, or you can keep on going and finish the gassers. And that's what like really builds you as a man, and like going through that discipline. That's why some dudes they leave the military and they come out better men. When you play football, you should become a better man, to be honest, based off everything that they teach you. You got to do good in the classroom, on the field, in the weight room, all that. It teaches you discipline. It does. And the important stuff in life as well, your physical, your mental, everything. Football just keeps you right, but you just got to focus on it, man. You just got to focus.
And we obviously think we started doing that as time went on, but things just didn't go the way we wanted it to.
Coach McDaniel reminded us that emotions are high after a loss like that. Is there something to be said that could be attributed to
absolutely.
Tyreek's demeanor?
the whole season, you know what I mean? The whole season, just kind of how things shaped out for us was emotional. It was a roller coaster, you know what I mean? And again, everybody handles emotions differently. You can't, you know what I mean? It's, to each his own, you can sit here and say, I would have handled it this way, I would have done it that way. We're all different individuals, you know what I mean? And in some way, shape, or form, that's what makes us unique. So, however you feel about it, whoever feels their way about it, hey, to each his own. But we definitely have the right guys in this locker room. We got a lot of the right guys, we had a lot of great leaders in this locker room. I've been around, I've been on a championship team. We didn't win the championship, but we won. But even getting there, you know what I mean? I seen the kind of camaraderie we had as a team, and we getting there. We getting there.
Going back to week one, the way the season started with the incident outside the stadium to getting.
I heard that before.
How much of a mental challenge was this season?
Yeah, it was tough. Like I said, it was a roller coaster, up and downs. Things didn't go our way. Proud of where we came from, man. We fought, and it goes back to the guys that we have in here, like 2-6 to 6-2. It's a hell of a turnaround. It's not easy any week, you know what I mean, to go from 0-1 to 1-1. You know what I mean? Every week in this league is so valuable and so precious, and we understand the impact and the grand scope of things when you're playing each week. So we dug ourselves out of a hole. The funny part about it is we dug a big hole early on, so it was hard to get out of it, but we still came up out of it. We still found our way climbing and fighting and scratching and crawling and giving ourselves a shot, an opportunity the last week of the season when guys could have been thinking about vacation, and we didn't go out the way we wanted to.
Bro, I know some of the players, they in Mexico right now. I'm already seeing some of the players posting airplanes and all that. Them boys already taking flight. Them boys didn't even waste 1 minute for the offseason. Them boys already in Mexico, Tulum, Colombia, everything, man.
But hey, man, we gave ourselves a shot.
But yeah, shout out to Jonu. Top 3 tight end in the NFL, in my honest opinion. Top 3, Brock Bowers. Travis Kelce, he official. Hall of Famer, but this year, I gotta put Jonu in the top 3. Gotta put him in the top 3. Let me see. That was a lot of Dolphins content. We got more coming up. We're gonna switch it up real quick. We're gonna go to Malik Neighbors. It's been a bad season for the Giants. Very, very bad season. It seems like they're gonna draft the quarterback. I think they got like the 4th pick in the draft. But in this video, Malik Neighbors, he gonna react to a reporter asking him about Shedeur Sanders and the quarterbacks in this draft, and it don't seem like he's too happy about the quarterbacks that's coming out. So I think in 4 years, Malik Neighbors might request for a trade out of this team, man. He might request for a trade.
Your reaction to the news?
You're gonna see his attitude the whole time, this whole press conference. You're gonna see his attitude.
Brian Daboll and Joe Shane are both coming back.
I'm happy that they're back. I'm trying to do better in the next year.
Malik, how disappointing from a team perspective was this year for you?
Not disappointing. Just a lot that I learned, for sure.
How disappointed are you with the record, the fact that you guys didn't show better?
Everybody's disappointed with the record. That's just what it is. Everybody's going to be disappointed.
See, a man of little words, man. He don't like to talk too much. He don't, but hey, I feel him.
Malik, we've asked a bunch of guys here, not a name per se, but what do you want to see in a quarterback for the Giants next year? Like what skills or what charisma or whatever? What do you think is important in the quarterback for the Giants next year?
I feel like just somebody that can, be a leader, come into, this offense, learn as quickly as possible, and just, give us a chance for us to compete.
Malik, what is it like working with Brian Daboll?
It's good. He's always my guy I go talk to. He's been helping me a lot through this process. He finds different ways to give me the football, some outlets. Davis has been, great, excellent.
So it seemed like he liked Brian Daboll. He's just like the quarterback situation. You don't like it over there with the Giants. He don't.
So are you glad that you'll have a chance here going forward to be able to work with them continuing?
Yes.
There's going to be turnover in the locker room like there is every single year. What characteristics in players do you believe can be added that can help turn this thing around?
A lot of leaders, a lot of veterans that we have now. We have a lot of great veterans in here, but we can always use more. Guys that are willing to play for their brothers. A lot of guys.
So it seemed like he's more worried about veterans being with the Giants rather than just rookies. That's what it seemed like.
Guys that are willing to lead, set the example for the younger guys.
What is next for you? Like, how do you take what's already a very impressive rookie season and go to that next Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase kind of level?
Put it to bed. Look at it over in the previous months I have time alone. Go look back on what I did. Put it to rest, and then after that, write it down and try to beat it next year.
Is there a skill, something particular you're looking forward to, like that you feel like you really need to enhance or work on?
No.
Come on, man. You can't be that confident. You always got something to work on. Always got something to work on, man. Don't be too confident, man. Do not be too confident.
Of this rookie campaign that you had personally?
I'm very proud of the things that I've done this season. Could have been a lot more, a lot of plays I missed out there. But I think I did a pretty good job this year.
What will it take for this team to turn it around and start becoming a winning franchise?
I think I answered that question yesterday after the game.
He said, "Go look back on that other video that I did yesterday. Go look back. I'm not gonna answer it again. I'm not."
Here, the numbers you put up, you did it playing with 4 different quarterbacks throughout. How much of a ease will it be, and how much more can you accomplish with consistency at that position with just one guy?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You asked me a question that I never had this year, so I don't know how I'm gonna react if I got a quarterback for the whole year. I mean, that's not to say. I mean, I can't do nothing about that.
But I guess go back to college then, because when you had Jaden, it was just the two of you guys, and did some pretty special things there. Could you replicate it with that again?
I just feel like he's not happy with the Giants. I don't think he's happy. I don't. I just don't see the excitement. I really don't.
I mean, that's sure. I mean, I'm sure I can, but that kind of dude that you just mentioned, he's different. He just changed his franchise around, so he's a great quarterback. So it helped me for sure, but I'm not sure how my staff's gonna look with another QB. Consistency, I don't know. I guess I have to see.
Does what he did give you confidence that a rookie, whoever it is, can come in here and change this franchise the way he did, or is he one of one, knowing him the way you know him?
I mean, nah. You just gotta have a comfortable system. You gotta have guys that trust you in the building. You gotta lead. I'm sure he's a leader. He's been leading over there. You gotta have a lot of people on his back, push him to be great. So I feel like if we wrap somebody around that can do the same thing, I mean, sky's the limit for rookies that come in and try to change the franchise.
Between preparing for the draft and then getting drafted, OTAs, minicamp, all that stuff, I imagine you kind of have the gas pedal down for a while. Are you looking forward to a break and breathing before getting back to training, and how much of a difference could that make for your second season?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna try to take this off season, get back healthy. It's gonna be my first time having a break since I was like 11, 12. So put it on the breaks, put football, on the breaks and just stop. And just take some time out, get my mental back right, get my body back right, and then try to get as healthy as possible to lead back on to next year.
What's your message to the fans who are frustrated, similar to a lot of the players?
Nothing really.
Do they have to just be patient? Do you think that there's some components here that can make this team a good team in the near future?
I mean, yeah, like I said, if we put the right pieces around, this can change around.
Like, what do you think when you saw a couple whatever it was last week, Shador with his Giants cleats?
No comment.
That boy said no comment in regards to Shador Sanders. No comment. Shador Sanders, he had some New York Giants cleats he was playing with. It's embarrassing, man, what that boy be doing sometimes. Like, he had the Giants cleats. He played out there and he lost the bowl game for Colorado against BYU. He lost it. But like a week before that, them boys actually linked up in New York. I'm gonna show y'all that right now. They had a little interaction. You know, it looked kind of awkward, but I thought this meant something. Well, I guess it ain't mean nothing to Malik Neighbors. I think Malik Neighbors knows, like, Shador Sanders, he a good quarterback, but I don't think he like a top-notch quarterback. I don't think so, man. I don't think he could get to Lamar Jackson level. I don't think he could get to Josh Allen level. I think he get to like Baker, maybe Baker or not Sam Darnold, Jared Goff. Those are the levels I think he could get to. But he needs a lot of pieces around him, a lot of pieces.
Nah, but we gotta come right back up to get the bags. What you say, Chief? Depends who's driving. I get you there in like
His name is Shador.
For real. Yeah, we're regular. You gonna be holding on for their life.
Like, I don't think the Raiders getting Shador. I don't think the Raiders getting him. But I don't know if the Giants will be in regards to getting him as well. I don't know. Yeah, the Giants cleats goes to me. See, they was outside New York catching the ball together and all that. See, right after this is when Shador started wearing the shoes, the Giant shoes. He probably fell in love with Malik Neighbors just throwing to him on the sideline. He probably fell in love.
I'm really a QB that isn't a receiver body. How that ball is? Straight.
I guess Neighbors wasn't impressed by the way he was throwing the ball. He wasn't impressed.
You said we straight now? I'm telling y'all hear me, y'all let me know. What do you think? Buzz actually trying to get some work in. Hey, I'm actually trying to get some work in. I ain't. That's all right. Daryl, you're going to be out here regardless, huh? Yeah, I ain't got no choice.
I guess, man, we gonna see Shador end up with the Giants, man. I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. Y'all gotta let me know. But hey, ain't no denying, like, Malik Neighbors, he a special talent, man. Very special talent. A screenplay, look what he does. From the 30, touchdown. A screenplay. He could score from anywhere on the field. Excuse me. Touchdown, easy. Too easy, man. This is like vintage Waddle right here. Vintage Waddle. He shows you like he could catch it up top. He could get yards after the catch. He got good hands, good route runner. He's just an all-around receiver. All-around receiver. That's why they gave him number 1 as a rookie. That's why. Let me see what other tip I can show y'all. Let me see. I'm looking for all 22. No, that's a gallery picture. Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid any copyright, so I gotta look for all 22 film. I mean, we got some practice film if y'all want to see that. He's doing that on all camp. That's the Giants' best cornerback. That's their best cornerback, man. He made it look easy. Made that bit look easy. I don't know who this guy is. He's just looking at him like, damn, that boy raw. Look at his face. Damn. That boy got a good one. All right, shout out to Daniel Jones. That boy, he not even on the team no more. Crazy. This is LSU.
Block to neighbor.
Let's play this one. This is against Kenny Moore. Just blew right past him. Oop, up top. He showed him the speed. And he showed him the catch radius. To me, he's better than Marvin Harrison Jr. He's better than Marvin Harrison Jr. Brian Thomas and him, that's a even one right there. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me try to get back to some of y'all comments, man. No one deserves a bag in Miami. No one. Damn, you feel like that, Billy? Nobody? Nobody? Love making it rain, though. Blue raised arms. What you mean, fam, by that? Ingold has to be one of the best fullbacks in the NFL. Top 3 for sure. Top 2, top 3. Definitely keep Ingold. You know, the only person that I would put him behind is the fullback for the 49ers. That's the only person. Did Ingold play yesterday? He played a little bit, but he barely got PT. Our goal line run game is trash. Fullback my ass. You know, it's either you could put a fullback or an extra lineman. You know, sometimes I'll be thinking Mike McDaniel be forgetting that you could put an extra lineman on some plays. You know, John Harbaugh, he does that a lot. He put an extra lineman. You know, who cares if the team knows that you're going to be running the ball? At least you got an extra lineman out there to block whoever needs to be blocked. Simple as that, man. But Mike McDaniel, you know, he's a smart guy, so I don't know why he's not thinking of these things. I don't know. When I see Armstead, I see dead cap. I feel you on that one. Definitely feel you. Quinn Nelson would be great for us. I don't think he'll be available. He's probably the best lineman for the Colts right now, so I don't think they're going to give him up. I don't think so. John deserves Pro Bowl, but he deserves a 2-year deal, but get another great tight end. I think he's going to be on his last year of his deal next year. Then he could look for an extension, but he's going to be on the older side when he does finish that 2-year deal. I think he signed with the Dolphins. I think it was 2 years. So we're not going to spend too much money on Jonu, even after that, based off his age. And on top of that, I know he loved Miami. You know, FIU. Me and Jonu went to the same school, so shout out to him. He wants to stay around the area, close to FIU. So Dolphin is the perfect area for him. Perfect area. Everyone here coming in, hit that like button. Please support your boy. Please help me out, man. Please, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Go shop on the website, dgmerchandise.com. That's all you got to type in the domain, and you're going to find my page. That's it. The brotherhood, the support from football and life, man. Most definitely. I got a lot of friends that I play football with. And, you know, it feels like a fraternity. You know, instead without the hazing, you don't gotta do no hazing, no nothing like that. All you gotta do is go out there and work hard with your brothers. You know, imagine going to your regular 9 to 5, you going to work and you see somebody else working just as hard as you, and when you're out there on your job, they're making your job that much easier because you're working hard and they're working hard. And y'all pretty much done before the days even ended. So it's always a pleasure to work with somebody like that. Always a pleasure. And then once you meet people like that and on the football field, kind of translates towards real life. Like, damn, this is the friend that I had. We went through thick and thin together. It didn't have to be us being on the streets. It didn't have to be us being in gangs or anything like that, being bad people. All they had was us being disciplined, getting up for practice, not missing practice, working out, lifting weights, stuff that we need to do anyway, and that's gonna keep us out of trouble. So that's the good thing about football. It keep you out of trouble, but you can still build brotherhoods without being a bad person. You don't gotta be doing like bad stuff just to build brotherhoods. There's a whole bunch of different things. So that's why I love football. I'm gonna always love football, man. Always. Um, Let me see. Tyreek vacation. I'm a football fanatic, still learning, and we'll have to clamp down on stats, formation, etc. Yeah. Each year you gonna build your knowledge with the football stuff. You gonna build your knowledge each year from each year. Ain't Dolphins ain't about that generate NFL life. Nah, they not. They not. They not. They too scared for that. Too scared. Giants should get Cam Ward. Yeah, they should, but I don't think they're gonna be able to get him. They probably will. I'm not gonna lie. They probably will. Um, I think neighbors like Cam Ward more than Shador. That's why he acting like that in that video that I showed y'all. That's what I think. Let me see. Patriot pick is going to be helping Milton, or the Giants should get another playmaker in the second round. Milton, could he go for a first? A guy that they got for a fifth round pick. Could he go for a first? I think a team will be willing to give up a second for him now. A second. So the fact that Chris Greer didn't pull the move in regards to drafting Joe Milton makes him look stupid. Makes him look stupid, man. What's good, OGDG and everyone? How is y'all night tonight? Please check your posts. I'm good, fam. I'm good. Next year, hopefully everything get better, but season ended off bad. But hey, I'm not out there playing, so I'm just chilling right now. I'm chilling. No need to get mad about Tyreek. No need to get mad about this. I am mad about Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel staying. I am mad about that. I thought one of them was gonna go. At least one. Subscribe, like, share, donate, help the channel grow. Please help the channel grow. If you're not gonna help the channel grow, we gonna grow regardless. We're gonna grow regardless, man. I got who I need right now, supporting me. I'm gonna get a little bit more people along the way. I've been here for about almost 3 years doing this content creation. So I see myself doing this for about 10 years. I just can't stop talking about the Dolphins. I don't know. I can't. I can't. I'm gonna still show y'all some real life stuff as well. I'm gonna start posting my workout videos and all that. What I do on a daily basis, some travels. I'll probably vlog those and post it on this channel as well. I got a lot of stuff coming, gaming too. We gonna see. That's a Tua special. What you mean, fam? Yeah, Billy B. Just make sure everyone post is still working after what this team is putting us through. um, for another year with the Puppet Master Ross and the Three Stooges. Man, you right about that, Chef Drew. Definitely right about that. Okay. Shout out to that boy Ice, man. I got a lot of comments. I was trying to go through them. Good night, bro. I'm probably gonna see you tomorrow night on stream. So I'm gonna probably check you out tomorrow, most definitely. Let's check out some other videos. I'm pretty much done with all my general videos. Now we're gonna go to Twitter and just scroll through Twitter and the tweets. Some of them gonna be Dolphins, some of them just gonna be like random stuff. Random stuff. All right. Let me see. Which one of y'all remember this when y'all used to do this at school? Which one of y'all remember? I used to do this all the time, man. All the time. You can't show your parents that bad grade. You cannot show them that bad grade. You definitely got to edit it out. Most definitely. I wish I was in school so I could still do this, but man, I felt so smart doing this. I felt smarter than the grade that I actually got. The 31, that boy got a 31 a D. Nasty work. And he put the plus at the end. All right. Next, what I got for y'all, the Dolphins. Anthony Weaver. So he's already getting calls from people in regards to him being a head coach. The Bears gave him a call and the Saints. The Bears and the Saints. So um, I think the Saints would probably be a team that would get him. I heard that Aaron Glenn got the Saints job. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Probably he is not official yet. Maybe he just interviewed for that job. Maybe. But I don't want to see Anthony Weaver go. I really don't want to see him go, but he might go. He might go. If he do, so be it. So be it. We could bring Robert Saleh in if he does go. So I'm not really too mad if Anthony Weaver leave. I'm not really too mad. Y'all shouldn't be too mad if you get Robert Saleh. We seen what he did with the 49ers and that defense. We got a lot of pieces that he could work with in regards to his scheme. And I think Robert Saleh, he could be that person that could keep this defense afloat if Anthony Weaver leaves. I think so personally. Um, right here, we got the playoff picture. We're gonna react to this real quick. Broncos versus Bills. I'm gonna give y'all my prediction for each game. Hopefully I'm right. Broncos versus Bills. It's an away game at Buffalo. And we all know as Dolphin fans how hard it is to play over there in Buffalo against Josh Allen. So I like the Bills in this one. I like the Bills in this one. And whoever wins this gets to face either the Steelers or the Ravens, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, I think so. This is Steelers or the Ravens. This game, I think, is the Ravens. I think it's the Ravens. And it's gonna end up being the Ravens versus the Bills. Um Ravens, they won that last game against the Bills. Blew them boys out. It was like 30-10 something. So I think the Bills would be able to keep it close, but I think the Ravens gonna pull it out, go to the AFC Championship game. That's what I think. Chargers versus Texans. I think Chargers gonna win this one, and then they're gonna end up losing to the Chiefs. It's gonna be the Chiefs versus the Ravens AFC Championship game. That's what I think. Green Bay Packers, Eagles is gonna be at the Eagles. Green Bay Packers, they suffered a lot of injuries. Jair Alexander, their best cornerback, he might not play for them. So I do like the Eagles in this one. Washington and Commanders versus the Buccaneers. I like the Commanders. Even though the Buccaneers won the last game, I like the Commanders to come into Tampa Bay and beat out Baker Mayfield. Jaden Daniels, he has to come into Tampa Bay expecting to throw the ball a lot. Make sure you get Terry McLaurin down there a few times. Zacchaeus, that new receiver that they got, Noah Brown, he's hurt for the rest of the year, so he won't be back in. They got to rely on Zach Ertz now. Austin Eckler, I think he's off the IR, so they got him back. They got Brian Robinson Jr., so they got a lot of decent weapons. De'Ami Brown. Buccaneers, they got weapons as well. Mike Evans, of course, Jalen McMillan, the rookie receiver. I really liked him coming out the draft. He took a visit to the Dolphins, but he ended up getting drafted by the Buccaneers. It would have been crazy if they had Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan, and Mike Evans, man. That's a lot of weapons for Baker Mayfield. But right now, he's just dealing with McMillan, with McMillan and Evans, and they got Cade Otton, and they got Bucky Irving. And they got Rashid White. So they got some decent options on offense, but the defense is worrying me in regards to what Jaden Daniels could do against that defense. That's what's worrying me. So I think the Washington Commanders is going to be that one team that upset their team. It's gonna be that one team. Vikings versus Rams. I like the Vikings in this one. I think the Vikings and the Lions are gonna see each other again. Then the Vikings gonna win this game against the Lions. I think they're gonna win, even though they got blew out this last game. You know, Jameer Gibbs, he scored 3 touchdowns that game against the Vikings. 3 touchdowns. You know, Amar St. Brown, he ain't scored. Jameson Williams, he ain't scored. Brian Flores, he gonna figure out a way to stop this offense to the point where Sam Darnold, he gonna be able to execute against this defense, and I think they're gonna make it into the NFC Championship game. And then the other game, I do think that team that will make it to the NFC Championship game is between the Eagles or the Commanders. The Eagles or the Commanders, in my honest opinion. But I'm not gonna guess who gonna win the AFC Championship game in the NFC because that's gonna be too hard for me to predict. But maybe I should do it just so I can see who should be the Super Bowl winner. So Ravens versus Chiefs. You know, I got faith in Lamar this year. I got faith in Lamar. You know, Lamar lost too much times in the playoffs to the point where I think he should at least make it to the Super Bowl this year. It's looking like an MVP year as well. So he probably gonna make it to the Super Bowl to put the icing on the cake. He probably will. With the Eagles versus what? Yes, the Vikings. I thought the Vikings would make it to the NFC Championship game. So Vikings versus Commanders. I think Vikings win that one, but Eagles versus Vikings, I don't think Vikings win that one. So Vikings better hope the Commanders make it to the NFC Championship game. That's going to be their open route to make it to the Super Bowl. But if the Eagles make it there to play them, I don't think the Vikings could win that. I don't think the Vikings could win that. So what's more likely to happen? I do think it's probably the Eagles making it. So the Eagles versus the Vikings for the NFC Championship game. So it might end up being the Ravens versus the Eagles. Ravens versus the Eagles. That's my prediction as of right now. But we're going to see if it happens. We're going to see. Next, we got Amik Robinson. He shut down, Justin Jefferson. He shut him down, man. I forgot what stats he put up. I got to search it up to see. Vikings versus Lions.
Vikings played the Lions. The final score was 31-9 Lions.
Crazy. Let me see. Justin Jefferson, only 3 catches, 54 yards. So Amik Robinson, he's a special talent that nobody really talking about, but he did his part in regards to guarding Justin Jefferson. But I think that the Vikings will learn from this, and they'll find a better way to beat the Lions next time around if they do meet up with each other. If they do. But let's get back to Amik. A shout out to him, man. He wasn't scared of Justin Jefferson. You know, you look at him, you don't think that he could guard Justin Jefferson, but he did his part. He did his part.
Hey, I mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all gave me a chance to showcase what I could do when they tried to bury me, dog. But they can't bury what come from the dirt.
That's real right there. That's
Let's
real.
get that big one, man. Let's keep on working, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all ain't understand what he said right there? Y'all didn't. That was real. That was real.
Hey, I mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all gave me a chance to showcase what I could do when they tried to bury me, dog. But they can't bury what come from the dirt. Hey, let's get that big one, man. Let's keep on working, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
You know, people gonna try to bash you. People gonna try to harm you and all that, but people don't know what you've been through before in your life to the point where it's not gonna really affect them. To be honest, you know, I went through a lot of things in my life as well, but you know, I came from the dirt, so I'm accustomed to, you know, going through a lot of things, man. It's just about how you make it through all the situations that life presents to you. What do you do to make it out? What do? You know, are you gonna just sit back and let people bully you and do whatever they want to you, or are you gonna put your foot down and be like, man, I'm used to this and I could just overcome anything that comes my way? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Amik Robinson, he doing it. Nobody really messed with them. The Raiders ain't messed with him. All the teams that he was on. And now he on the Lions locking down Justin Jefferson. 3 catches, 54 yards, man. So right now he playing like a cornerback number 1 for the Lions. He's more so of a slot cornerback. He like 5'9", but he out there still locking up some of the best receivers in the whole league. So shout out to Amik Robinson. Shout out to him. Right here we got Rex Ryan.
You think you're gonna get
he
this?
thinks that he got the job already with the Jets. He thinks so. Here's him talking about it right now.
You think you're going to get this job, right? You think you're going to be the next head coach of the Jets?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely, I do. And the reason I think I'm going to get it is because I'm the best guy. And it ain't close. The thing that you have to do, you have to connect with a football team. You have to connect with your fan base. And the way they play, that's the most important thing. Not just the X's and O's and all that. Look, this Ben Johnson, I love him. I absolutely love him. But I'm a better candidate for this job than he would be.
You think? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You too confident. You haven't worked in a few years. All you did was sit in front of a camera and just talk about sports. That's all you did. That's all you did. But hey, you know, some of these head coaches that the Jets are interviewing, I'm happy about them. I'm happy. You know, yeah. Hire Ron Rivera. I dare y'all to. I dare y'all to. Hire this guy. I dare you to. But I'd be worried if they hire Brian Flores. Somebody like that, you know, Mike Vrabel. I'll be scared. But I'm hoping the Jets choose the wrong person. That's what I'm hoping on. That's what I'm hoping on. We're gonna see if they do. We're gonna see. All right. Let me see here. Tyreek Hill. He actually tweeted today. I don't know if y'all can see it. Hold on. Nah, y'all can't see it. I probably gotta zoom out so y'all can see it. Nope, y'all still can't see it. But Tyreek Hill said, "Come through Aventura Mall today and shop." He said that today. He said that today, even after everything that went on. And this guy, he said, "What time? Just want to get there early in case you decide to leave early again, like yesterday." Man, he was real for that one. He was real. 20K views on this one, 938 likes on this one. He put Tyreek Hill on blast on this one. I love it. I love it. And some of y'all fans, y'all gotta stop, man. Y'all trying to go receiver in the first round? Y'all trying to go receiver in the first round? I don't think so. I don't think so. Please stop. Y'all seen what happened this year, and y'all still worried about receiver in the first round? No. Luther Burden, he's a good receiver out of Missouri, SEC school. But, you know, we shouldn't spend a first-round pick on Luther Burden. We shouldn't. We shouldn't. You know, we got to pick O lineman, D lineman. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know, I know y'all love y'all special team players, but no, we're not getting one in the first round this year. Not this year. We got to fix the trenches. Got to fix them. Right here we have a cornerback. This is a lockdown cornerback right here. Like, this is some of the best cornerback tape I've seen in a little minute. Some of the best. Like, let's check him out. His name, let me just check it out again. Tyrell Mims. Looks like he could be the next sleeper to come out of Villanova, a school nobody know about. Mims believes his game resembles that of Tyrann Mathieu with many of the attributes. Mims was absolutely shut down at Villanova, recording 101 tackles, 15 pass deflections, and 6 interceptions. Let me see. Hold on. Several scouts reportedly believe Mims could be a late-round steal in the 2025 draft. This Villanova DB is different. He got good, like, route stick. I like that about him. You can't easily shake him out his feet. Good vision. He could play the ball really well. You know, you don't really catch him running after the DB in any instances because he's taking the right step all the time. Like it's like he kind of know where the receiver going at all time. Very, very good feet for a DB though. Very, very good feet. Good job playing the ball. No, he played like he got good vision though. Ooh, good hit. Okay. Good hit on that one. See, not a bad player. All he really got to do now is prove that he could do it on the NFL level. That's what I got to see. Can you do it on the NFL level? You doing it against no competition. We watching practice film from practice. Can you show us that you can do this against NFL athletes? That's the thing. So even if you see these small school guys balling out at their small schools, you still got to see if their gameplay translates to an NFL field against real NFL players. But with this guy, I do see some potential in regards to him playing with NFL players, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I got Joy Taylor coming up next. I know y'all see that. But here we got Cooper DeJean.
And would you say
they're gonna ask him who's the hardest person that he had to face all year? The answer may surprise you.
And would you say at any point in the regular season did you have what felt like a welcome to the NFL moment?
Yeah, when I faced Adam Thielen a couple weeks ago, he gave me some good work. Yeah.
And would you say
that's crazy? White on white crime, crazy. White on white crime, man. But Cooper DeJean, he had a great year. Cooper DeJean, PFF. No, that's Edgerrin Cooper. Let me see. He had a great year with the Eagles. So shout out to Vic Fangio for doing this. You know, maybe he could have done this with Ethan Bonner on our team, but ain't no way he's gonna do that. At 82.7 PFF grade, the 4th ranked cornerback in all of the NFL. I don't know what Vic Fangio doing over there in the water in Philly that he gave him, but that boy balling out this year. This boy is balling out, man. You know, we should have seen this coming ever since Iowa. Pass rush grade, you know, this is not really a blitzing DB, so I would disregard this. But look, he's close to being average in this. Close to being average, so we could work with that. Run defense, a very, very good tackler. We all know he's a very, very good tackler. Most definitely. And coverage grade at 79.3. 79.3. So Cooper DeJean, man. I don't know who keep on letting the Eagles get these good players. I'm tired of it, bro. Like, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Somebody gotta stop the Eagles. Somebody gotta stop them. Let's get back to Cooper DeJean. Next, I just wanted to show y'all Joe Milton. There's already a few teams that have inquired about Joe Milton. He hasn't even been with the team for a year yet. They're already calling in on him. Hey, what's up with Joe Milton? What can we get for him? What can we get? I doubt the Dolphins will call because this is the Patriots that we're talking about. Patriots probably see something in practice that, you know, they won't be willing to let go of Joe Milton, especially to another team in our division, if they think that he could be that good. That good, man. So the Joe Milton sweepstakes, don't put the Dolphins in it because I know that he's not going to be a Dolphin. I wish he was, but he's not. You know, but this is a rookie quarterback that I would take a chance on based off all the quarterbacks coming out next year. I would spend like a second or maybe even a first on Joe Milton. You know, if you don't feel confident in regards to the guys coming out and you think there's as much value in Joe Milton compared to Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders, just trade for Joe Milton. and then just rebuild the team from there. Put all the surrounding pieces you need around Joe Milton, the right offensive coordinator, and that's it. And that's it, man. And I low-key thought the Patriots were being a little bit too greedy in regards to getting Joe Milton and Drake May, but they wanted to double dip just to make sure they got the right one. But now it seemed like they got two right ones, so now they gotta get rid of one of the right ones, so the other one could be right as well. So please don't waste Joe Milton time. Very talented quarterback, from Pahokee, around my city, around my area. I never met him before, but I heard about him. I heard about him when I was playing. So shout out to him. And we're gonna see if he ends up going to a different team. And we're gonna see how much he end up going for. We're gonna see. I'm thinking like a second or a third, even though he went in the fifth. Even though he went in the fifth. Right here we have Parasol. For those who don't know, Parasol, he actually got shot earlier this year, and he almost lost his life. He got shot right here in the middle of his chest, and he still survived, man. So, Parasol, he a tough guy, and he gonna speak on that situation right here. Let's hear what you gotta say.
The guy you're involved with, do you think you'll ever face him like in a court, or will you ever,
I don't know too much about that kind of stuff. I have been in contact with the attorneys and stuff like that, and just getting more information about it because he knew I was busy and I had a lot going on. We just stay here till the sun goes down, and now we got to go home and I got to study and all that stuff. So he knew I had busy days, and so now that the off season's here, I'll probably get more information on that kind of stuff and know how to go about that. But they were definitely asking my opinions and about like the whole situation and what I thought about it. So
are you ever curious about what caused him to?
Yeah, I'm curious, but sometimes you just don't got answers for that. You know what I mean? For me, I don't got answers. I don't know where he's came from, what environment he grew up in. And that goes back for what I was just about to talk about, the entire opinions about the whole situation. For me, it's like,
But I'm telling y'all, he almost got shot and died, and he's thinking this way about the person. He's thinking this way about the person, man. And Tyreek Hill worried about this and that, and he's willing to leave the team just because, So shout out to Ricky, our Gator Nation. You already know about that. And he's just a tough guy, powerful guy that went through that, and he's still fighting, still playing.
I don't know, how he grew up, so I can't judge him as a man just based off of one action that he made. Is, as violent as a crime it was, God forbid him doing that to somebody else. I don't ever want that to happen. So whatever has to go into that. But for me, just being able to forgive him. At the end of the day, like I have to be able to forgive him to have that weight off my chest. You know what I mean? And at some point, I do want to talk to the kid and make sure that if I can create an impact on him in any way, I think that would be really big. And I think I'd be definitely open to doing that.
Just make sure you bring security, man. Make sure you bring security. But shout out to Ricky Parasol being a bigger person. I love people who are not afraid to be the bigger person and own up to anything and see how they can help the situation. So all Ricky Parasol is trying to do is just make sure that whatever happened to him don't happen to anybody else. That's it, man. So shout out to him. Right here we have Miss Joy Taylor, man. She went viral today. Very, very viral, man. Now let's check out this little segment that she had previously. Cheaters are gonna cheat, man. Kings, be careful. I don't know if there's females watching this, but kings, be careful right here.
I have been with men who haven't cheated. I know men who do not cheat. I have friends that are in relationships that do not cheat. There is no thing you can do to keep yourself from getting cheated on. You can marry someone and they're the only person that you've ever been with, and you were a virgin when you met them, and you were loyal, still get cheated on. You can date multiple people. You could be outside. You could still get cheated on. Can you find someone that you feel has...
She got trust issues. She's been through a lot before, to the point where she's going on camera and saying this. She's saying you're going to get cheated on regardless. The scientists that you keep on ignoring, he gonna cheat on you. That's what everybody's saying. That's what everybody's saying. But Joy Taylor, we don't know what you got going on. You over there, doing stuff with people at your job. you know, and on top of that, she had a few husbands before that left her. And then we don't know as to why, but the situations could be because of what happened with her at her job. She probably was messing with Acho and whoever else while she ran back home to her husband. That's probably what happened, man. Who knows? Shout out to Ruckus. Reek don't need or deserve any understanding or empathy. He is a spoiled child who beat his wife and abused. Ooh, you went deep on that one. you went you went deep on that one. I never wanted him. I knew this would end badly. With us, we don't really look at background baggage. We don't. Just as long as you're able to provide on the field, we'll take you. We'll take you with Tyreek. It was just too good to pass up on. Like, he was going to change the whole narrative in regards to Miami once he came here. The whole narrative. Joy Taylor, she can get it though. Hey, she don't look bad in my eyes, man. She don't look bad in my eyes, man. So I don't think she did anything wrong. Sometimes when you're at work, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gonna find the closest thing next to you. But if this was my girl, I would have been hot. I'm not gonna lie. If this was my girl, I would have been hot. But she's not my girl, so everybody's like cool with what she's doing. But we can't condone what Joy Taylor was doing while she was on FS1. We can't condone that. Plus, on top of that, they teach us all the time: do not mess with nobody at your job. You could get in trouble for that. You could get in trouble. But look, now there's a lawsuit involved, so that's all on them. When y'all come to work, it's just to come to work. Shannon Sharp, he a little flirt, and all that, but at the same time, you can't really fall for it. Shannon Sharp, he get females. So she probably fell into it, being around all these athletes. You think she not smashing one of them? You don't think so? You don't think so? I know so. I know so, man. We got more videos of Joy Taylor coming up, but this is just the first one.
Really strong morals in that space and was raised in a family that yes. And you could still get cheated on. The last part of this, though, that I will also add, is that when you're talking about people who are in the entertainment industry, when you're talking about people who have access to a variety of different spaces, you can't apply that to everyone's lifestyle. And generally, if you have more access and temptation, it makes it more difficult to stay on the rails.
Exactly. That's why if you got a partner, you don't really want them going out too much, because that gives them more access to all the other options that they could be with. Her interviewing a lot of male people, her being on a news show, a sports news show with 3 other guys. Is never, sometimes, very rarely, I see her with other females, but most of the time I see her with a lot of guys. So when you're in that type of work environment, you don't think nobody gonna try to work a move on you. You don't think nobody gonna try to work a move on you. So with her occupation, she might have had to like sleep her way to the top. She probably had no choice. You gotta get it how you live, to be honest, and she did that. She did that. She probably cleaned up after she got to where she wanted to be, and then she's like, okay, I'm just stick with this one person, this and that. That's it. But sometimes, with females, they probably get caught up in the moment. They they love the excitement of like messing with somebody at work. They probably like the drive of that. Like, man, ooh, what if I did this? It's just bring them to the edge, to be honest. Just like a female wanting to drive in like a fast car. She loved bad boys. It's like in that type of range. She just wants to do spontaneous stuff, and she ended up doing that spontaneous thing with Acho and whoever else it was on that show. That's what happened.
Now, I'm not saying that your man isn't cheating because he doesn't have the opportunity to. I'm just saying that those sensibilities change as well. You cannot control other people's behavior. People are going to treat you how they want to treat you because that's what humans are. Humans do what they want to do.
Yep. She not lying, but hey, Joy, we gonna need a one-on-one conversation, man. One-on-one conversation. I don't like how she blew up today. I really don't. For those who missed it, Cowboys would Tyreek Hill be a good fit with the Cowboys? Would he?
Man, I'm gonna say this again. If Michael Parsons is able to sway the mind of Tyreek Hill to come here for less money, on top of that, for him to sway the front office and say, yeah, I'm willing to take a piece of that money that you guys were going to pay me to go out there and get a Tyreek Hill, I think that would be phenomenal. That will be a new way the Cowboys can go and grab players. Buy this guy, absolutely. Recruiting for Tyreek Hill, that's a noble thing. They'll be the first. The Cowboys do need playmakers. They need skilled players. And then you can go into this draft and you can draft not on an empty stomach, right? No one wants to shop grocery store shopping on an empty stomach.
Yep.
The same way with this draft. You don't want to go into this draft and draft on an empty stomach. So if there is a situation and scenario that my guy Tyreek Hill can get here with Michael Parsons, you put the fastest guy on defense, and then you put the fastest guy on offense.
I don't think Michael Parsons is the fastest guy on defense. I don't think so. Not that. But hey, Cowboys fans, they tripping already about Tyreek going over there. They tripping. We're gonna see what they're gonna do about it. Hey, I give them Tyreek Hill. Give us Michael Parsons. We'll give you Tyreek Hill in a second, and you give us Michael Parsons. How about that?
Offense, and it's going to be crazy good. Now, I get it. Dak haters will say, well, Dak won't be able to get on the ball and a whole bunch of other stuff. But put all of that hate to the side and look at it from this angle. You got CeeDee Lamb. Possibly you can still have Cavonte Turpin, Tyreek Hill. And, the Cowboys still like their guys. Of course, you still have Jalen Tolbert. You still have Jonathan Mingo as well as Ryan Flanoy. But at least you can have some star-studded players. Now, I'm not saying that Brandon Cooks is trash or anything or of that nature, but Tyreek Hill would be an upgrade over Brandon Cooks. Or it could be a crazy way that the Cowboys can still keep Cooks and Tyreek Hill and a whole bunch of slew of things that can happen. Boy, we be the Florida relays over here in Dallas with all of that speed.
That's true, man. That's true. That's too much speed right there. Too much speed. You're really going to turn the Cowboys into the Dolphins if you do that right there. You really are. Here we got Sauce Gardner. He gonna speak on how he feels about the Jets organization right now. This shit is out.
You're obviously eligible for a new contract. Your whole classes. How do you view that situation as you head into? Is that something you're concerned about yet, or?
Man, we got to see. I take it one day at a time. I'm gonna just let my agent. I'm gonna let him handle that. Obviously, I want to be a part of this. For a long time, I want to be the reason. I want to be a part of the change, in this organization. Because if I was to go somewhere else and then it was to change, I'd be a hater. For real, I'd probably be the number one hater. So, man, that's just what it is. So, yeah, I want to be a part of it, a part of this for a long time, and I want to be one of the reasons. Obviously, one person can't change it, but I want to be one of the reasons it changed. So I'm gonna just let my agent, I'm gonna let him handle it, and he's gonna do his job, and I'm gonna focus on doing mine.
Sauce Gardner, he's up for a contract extension pretty soon. We're gonna see what he's eligible for. To get. He got to get over 30. We're gonna see if the Jets will give him that. We're gonna see, man. But I wouldn't mind seeing him go to another team. I wouldn't mind Garrett Wilson. It seemed like he might leave the Jets. Who knows? It just seemed like they just need the right quarterback over there too, along with the Dolphins. It seemed like Patriots, they got their quarterback position settled. Bills, they got their quarterback position settled. Whatever teams got their quarterback position settled before the season starts usually end up being 1-2 in our division. 1-2 in our division. All right. And Joe Taylor, not Joy Taylor. Zion Williamson, he tried to shoot his shot at Joy Taylor. And look, she said, ew, no blocked. So why are you blocking him when you done let like a few other people hit? But you ready to block him so quick just because he said this? Let me know, Joy. Let me know. But Zion, he too messy, man. He way too messy. That boy, he messed with porn stars, and now he messing with Joy Taylor. Stick to your lane, fam. Stick to your lane. We all know what you do. We all know.
Runs everything. Why is that important?
Here we have Marcellus. He gonna talk about the situation with Joy Taylor. Let's hear what he got to say.
The guy who
he used to work at FS1, so he has a lot of insight in regards to Joy Taylor, Archo, and all that.
Allegedly, runs everything. Sooner or later, no matter how fast you are, you're gonna be running something. Okay, so it also accuses her and speaks of she was married and then divorced because the ex-husband found out about her and Charlie.
So Joy Taylor, she not faithful herself. She not faithful. So a female like that's showing me she not faithful. You gotta treat her like a one-night stand. That's how you gotta treat her. I'm sorry. That's how these reporters are treating her. That's how Acho treating her. They're not together right now. They not. She probably got something else on the side right now.
It also talks about how she was engaged to Earl Watson, right? Basketball player. And that was called off, excuse me, very much, because he found out and got receipts of the relationship as well.
Man.
Sounds like a deposition in the making of two individuals. Boy, I don't see either one of them telling any lies. So, won't be hard to find out the truth of that one. Okay. Also says she slept with Emmanuel Acho in hopes and efforts to get a show with him. Well, the most damning part about that is that actually happened. They got a show together. Coincidence? Or
there's some truth behind it.
Causality. And then she intimidated Nushin and dangled her job in jeopardy as well.
Shake my head.
Okay, let's say it alleges a lot right there. That is damning if you Joy Taylor. Already you could just check online. Forever framed as this, because this whole generation of media talents and the infusion of women as the host, and every show used to have a man, and a woman, and she had to be pretty, and she had to look a certain way, etc. She the blonde or the beautiful lady, and she's not adding much to the show. Remember that whole narrative, which is real to some degree, just got realer.
Yeah, very real.
Just became such a real narrative that you look at everything with a different context, different hosts, different shows in this respect. What can they prove? Well, talking to Earl and talking to ex-husband, the wealth manager guy, former baseball player too, I hear.
So he spoke to both of her ex-husbands. He knows both of them. So let's hear what you got to say about that.
It can get real. You can prove this, especially if you have all these other witnesses who say and says that they know as well. Reason I can't go there is because, one, I wasn't in the bedroom with any of them, and two, listen to me, I never heard that Charlie Dixon and Joy Taylor were sleeping together. But upon hearing that, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it makes a lot of things make sense.
Wow.
It unlocks a lot for me. Sleeping with Emmanuel Acho, I've heard that before, multiple times.
Okay, Acho, I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Acho. Do your thing, fam.
Recent as a week or two ago, part of the reason it was suggested that they do a show together was because of these allegations in the lawsuit that they were sleeping together, conspiring to get that to go. Conspiring with Charlie, conspiring with Emmanuel Acho. Let's make this work. What is crazier is how they split apart, do it different shows. You can say, well, Skip is fired, which is a part of this lawsuit as well. I mean, this is crazy. That's why I say I'm going to systematically break this thing down. They split apart different shows. Why did they go on different shows, they say? Relationship went sour.
Y'all know how that go. As soon as you put it in her, that's when she start going crazy. That's when she start going crazy. Y'all know.
So the Acho, the Joy Taylor, I've heard before. And like me, you know, I protect the guilty. I'm never going to be the first to the party. I'm never going to be the first to the party. But to speak the truth,
me neither,
and not to put somebody in no bad light, I will have to do that. I am compelled to do that. And you can call me what you want. You can call me anything but a liar.
Yeah, I believe him. I believe him that he knows a lot more than we know. You know, so Joy Taylor, count your days. But hey, I don't got nothing against you. I don't got nothing against you. But shout out to Marcellus for that information on Joy Taylor. And she been thotting around. I knew it. There was something fishy about her. Something fishy that I couldn't put my finger on. You know? Here we got Traverse Ward. It seems like he might enter free agency because, you know, my condolences. His daughter passed away earlier this year. You never want to see a player go through that. You know, and I do understand as to him wanting a new environment, a new team to go to, because him staying on the 49ers, that's just going to remind him of everything every day. So a new start would probably be good for him. And this is the right time because he probably see Brock Purdy and he knows, like, man, the 49ers, they're not going to do nothing with Brock Purdy. He probably knows that.
I think they went into this season thinking they wasn't gonna be able to afford me based off the way I played last year. You know, if I would have matched that last year, probably would have been one of the highest paid corners in the game. But I mean, obviously this year didn't go my way or the team's way. So I mean, we'll just see what the market talking about. If they can afford me, you know, it's a chance I can come back. But you know, they may not be able to afford me. So I mean, I just want to go somewhere where I'm wanted and what I'm loved. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what I need right now, a lot of love. And I know the Niners love me. You know what I'm saying? But in this business, you know, a lot of time money talks. But I build great relationships here. So, you know, we'll see. I honestly don't know where I'm going to end up at.
You know, he has that relationship with Mike McDaniel. So Mike McDaniel might make the move and bring him in. He might make the move if Kendall Fuller, he can't go 100%. We could make some cap space, bring Traverse Ward in, bring him into a new environment, a new life. You know, help him out with the loss of his daughter, and that's it. You know, we're going to have Jalen Ramsey and him. Come on, man. We can't do no wrong with that. No wrong.
But it's a possibility that I can come into the Niners.
Could you see a scenario if the market's not where you want to be, where you would do like a 1 year and try to get it so you could get that?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly. You know, I got a lot of charm in California. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of great times, but, you know, the worst thing that's ever happened to me, that's probably gonna ever happen to me, knock on wood, happened in California. You know what I'm saying? So
wow,
it can just bring up bad memories. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I get on a plane and come back to California, Santa Clara, San Jose, and show up here, it just bring up bad memories. You know what I'm saying? I go through that every day. You know what I'm saying? I go home every night by myself because, you know, my girl, she don't want to come back to California because of what happened. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard.
Damn.
You know, she's my strength right now. I need her, and so her not being able to be around me if I'm in California would be tough, but you know, like I said, stuff can change. You know, I can get stronger, and probably get over that. You know what I mean? So I mean,
that's that her right there, man.
In Dallas, Texas, you know, some place where you're real close.
I wouldn't just. I mean, honestly, yeah, I would love to be home around close to my family. Being in the South, that would be amazing. But like I said,
being in the South, Miami, Texas, Georgia, that's where you want to be.
Being with the 49ers again would be amazing. You know, if I'm able to overcome a lot of that trauma, you know, I get PTSD a lot. You know what I'm saying? I be throwing up. You know, waking up in the middle of the night all the time, sweating and stuff like that. So I mean, you know, it's tough. It's tough, but you know, we'll see how it goes. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Man, prayers out to Chavez Ward, man. I didn't know he was going through all that right there. I did not know. But hey, I would bring him in with open arms if he could clear the stuff in regards to his daughter out of his mind and just focus on football. We'll bring you in with open arms. If you're still dealing with that, maybe you should take some time away. Like he waking up in the middle of the night, throwing up in sweats because of this whole situation, man. So he's really going through it. It's way deeper than football, way deeper. Right here, there goes Amik Robinson. We just talked about him earlier in this stream. Him against Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson only 3 catches, 54 yards against him. I think Amik Robinson, I think it was like a 6th-round pick too. A 6th-round pick, locking up Justin Jefferson like that. But I don't think this is happening again. I just think Justin Jefferson, he's going to snap next game against Amik Robinson. I think he's going to snap against him. But good footwork by Amik Robinson. I like the route stick on him. You know, he's showing like you could be a 5'9" cornerback. You can still guard the best of the best. Just as long as you're able to stay toe-to-toe like this with anybody, you good. But that's why the cornerback is probably the most fastest person on the field, and he has to be. He has to be. Once a receiver is kind of faster than the DB, it's kind of over at that point. Kind of over. And I don't know if y'all seen this with Whitlock and what he said.
Capable of.
Like Whitlock, fam, we all know like Joy Taylor, she don't want you, fam. We all know that. So don't trip like she wanted you and you were trying to avoid her. You know, you're an old head, fam. Come on, please stop.
I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly. It's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack.
That big rack.
Like, Jay, keep your distance. I know what I'm capable of.
Fam, you like 60 years old, bro. What would you have done to her? What? Please let me know.
I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly. It's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack. Like, Jay, keep your distance. I know what
this
I'm
is
capable
wild,
of.
man. I don't know what the internet has gotten. I don't know what happened to the internet, man. I don't know. I never imagined Whitlock saying this back in the day, but now he just saying anything, man.
I know what I'm capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly.
That big rack.
It's just, and that peanut butter skin with that big rack. Like, Jay, keep your distance.
I mean, I feel him though. Like Joy Taylor, she bad. She bad to me, most definitely. You know, Whitlock. You know, I don't know what he got going on, man. Leave it to the young guys, man. You do not look nothing like Acho, so you definitely not her type. Definitely not her type, fam. Dolphin fans, they went crazy today. They did this right here. Man, bro. It's not worth it. Like, let's say you did this and Tyreek Hill is still a Miami Dolphin next year. Like, what's the reason? What's the reason? You know, especially for a guy that we need on a team and you burning his jersey. Like, come on, man. It's a waste of a jersey at this point. They did this to Tua's jersey yesterday. They did this. Said that been on fire, man. I wonder how Tyreek gonna respond in regards to this. I wonder, man. I really do.
The past 7 years.
Here we have Austin Eckler. He plays for the Washington Commanders now. He's not used to the snow, but he's gonna speak on how that snow feeling like for him up there. Let's see what he gotta say.
So I've been in LA for the past 7 years and never really had to worry about getting a snow scraper. And so haven't, because why would I? But not in LA anymore. So oh snap. That's some deep snow. Dang, reminds me of Colorado, but all right, so we'll see what we can do here.
How you gonna get off the lot with that?
So I've been in LA for the past 7 years,
but shout out to Austin Eckler. He made millions off the NFL, and he's still living in an apartment. He don't have a lot of cars. He just maintaining everything. This is the most financially literate NFL players in the whole NFL. This is one of them.
Never really had to worry about getting a snow scraper, and so haven't, because why would I? But not in LA anymore. So
see, this is why I can't go to an up north team, man. If I was playing in the NFL, ain't no way I'm signing with an up north team. If there's a point as to where no down south teams wanted me, I'll just retire.
Oh snap! That's some deep snow. Dang, reminds me of Colorado, but
yeah, he is from Colorado.
All right, so we'll see what we can do here.
Like, come on, man! I don't got time to be scraping off snow from my car, every day before I leave work. That's a whole nother job right there, whole nother job. So, Washington, I don't see myself ever going to a team like that, to be honest. Right here we have Justin Jefferson versus Amik Robinson. This is in high school, so them boys, they've been going at it ever since high school. Amik Robinson, I think he's from Louisiana as well, and Justin Jefferson, he's from Louisiana. Let's see. There go Dante Jackson, Greedy Williams right here. But yeah, I didn't know this was like a good matchup, but when I seen that matchup against Justin Jefferson and Amik Robinson, yesterday, I was like, man, that's a pretty good matchup. They probably gonna see each other again. All right. Whitlock, he's gonna speak more on the situation.
Someone I really don't want you to misconstrue it, because the woman I'm about to reference here is someone I really like and respect. I'm not accusing her of anything. I'm just telling you what happened, and you can go check the tape. What you don't know is what happened behind the scenes. But some of you will remember this. Skip Bayless insinuated, flat out somewhat stated, that Jenny Taft was having some sort of inappropriate relationship with Shannon Sharp.
Shannon, he was running through him. That's why he don't got that job no more. That's why.
He said something about seeing her come out of Shannon's dressing room or something like that, and she got upset on air.
Wow.
But off air, as soon as that show was over, she ran upstairs and lit in to the executives.
Oh, wow.
One executive in particular. About this, Skip Bayless basically just accused me of sleeping. And Jenny Taft is married, and so she was irate. And this happened on air.
So Shannon Sharp, he out here sleeping with married women. Married women.
And that was my first clue. Like, oh, this dude is jealous of Shannon Sharp, and he's seeing ghosts everywhere. And Shannon's putting those ghosts out there. Shannon walked around that place like he was banging every makeup and wardrobe girl in the place. His little wing, the undisputed downstairs wing, dressing room area, whatever, Shannon was known for running around there in the tightest little boxer shorts that he could find and nothing else.
Wow.
Again, me and Cowherd were on the second floor. I'm telling you what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard. I'll just leave it at that. But he has baited Skip Bayless, for lack of a better explanation, into a pimp competition. Who can have the most girls in hair and makeup like them, want to be with them? And again, Skip's mindset is competition, and I'm competing with Shannon Sharp. And Shannon Sharp has now baited him into the sexual Olympics. And now Skip Bayless like, oh, he's sleeping with Jenny Taft. Oh, he must be sleeping with Nusheen. And Skip and Nusheen were very close. From afar, to me, it looked like they were best friends. They were, I'd see them in hair and makeup quite often, always conversating. Again, I don't know what they were talking about.
So it just seemed like Skip was jealous of Shannon. He was jealous that he was hitting his thing. He was hitting his dime piece. Skip, he wanted Joy. He wanted this girl right here. Skip, he wanted all of them, but Shannon Sharp, he got to it first. Acho, he got to it first. I don't want to bring up, the difference between these two and Skip, but Skip, you don't got it like us, fam. You don't got it like that. You just don't. Let's be real.
But reading this lawsuit and what she's saying is at some point Skip clearly got jealous and thought she was sleeping with Shannon Sharp and kept accusing her of that. And so could I see Skip, and as close as he and Nusheen were, could I see Skip getting into a conversation that at the time he thought was playful, where he's then, again, because he's entered this sexual competition, he's throwing it out on the table, he's talking to Nusheen, the way he's overheard Shannon Sharp talk to all of these women. These are just facts. Shannon Sharp kept a flirtatious conversation going on with all of them. Things would fall out of his mouth to these women, and they'd laugh and they'd engage in a conversation with him.
It's crazy, man.
Pay me $1 million to say this stuff at work. Skip fell into it. Someone like me, I'm running away from it. I'm not in that competition. That competition is for idiots. That competition is for people that want to get me too. That competition is for people that want to end up in a lawsuit. And that's where Skip is. Because at some point he probably said something in jest of like, oh, what you need, what do I got to pay to get in them panties? Something along those lines. And Nusheen probably said, Shannon Sharp said he would put me on scholarship for $1 million.
Wow.
And by scholarship, it's like, let me play a clip for you. And this is going to take much longer than.
So, Whitlock, he got that connection with everybody that works in that office. So it's understandable in regards to him knowing a lot in regards to the situation. Very understandable. Right here, you have Joy Taylor. Let's hear what she got to say.
Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't because women this and men this, you're moving forward with this person. Can we just?
Wow, she's saying that she a cheater. She's saying if you have enough money, if you make her laugh enough, if you look good enough, she'll cheat on whoever she with at that moment to go be with that person. That's what she's saying.
Keep it But if they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money, you're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talk on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't because women this and men this, you're moving forward with this person. Can we just keep it?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
It's crazy, man. Come on, Joy. I love you, Joy, but man, Joy, you gotta keep yourself to yourself. You know, you're a high value woman based off a lot of people wanting you. You know, right now, based off this conversation, it don't seem like you high value. You know, what I'm looking at, this look high value right here. This looks like a high value female, but what she just said just makes her look worse. It makes her look worse, you know. But hey, y'all boys still in the comments talking about, man, I would hit Joy Taylor. I would definitely hit Joy Taylor. That's what y'all talking about. Y'all don't care about nothing she talking about. Y'all did not care about nothing. She needs some milk. Hey, I'm pretty sure she got him somewhere. I'm pretty sure she got him somewhere, man. Crazy. Okay, Joy Taylor. I didn't know you was built like that. Okay, Joy. Let's see.
Player 2 was just feeling it around.
Here we got an update from Jalen Phillips. Let's check this out.
Yeah, so basically it happened when the contact happened, and then after that, came out for a player 2, was just feeling it around. And with ACL, like you're still able to run in a straight line. So I was on the sideline kind of doing some accelerations, and I felt that I was good. When they checked out my knee, they thought possibly it might be an MCL or something like that. So we were just like brace it up, tape it up, went in at halftime, did that, and then when I came out after halftime, tried to do a couple series, and every time that I would cut and plant at like a 45 degree, it just started buckling on me. And so at that point, I kind of knew that I just wouldn't be able to play. So at that point, the damage was already done. I didn't do any extra damage to it or anything like that. So ended up being a partial ACL tear. They were going to have to operate it on it anyways, but yeah, it's feeling really good now though.
Okay, so it seemed like he re-aggravated his injury while he was recovering. This is bad news right here. Bad news, but he's saying that he should be available by the beginning of 2025. That's what Jalen Phillips is saying. So hopefully we get him. Hopefully we get him. But maybe his ACL is weak. That's the thing. Maybe it's weak because he keep on tearing it. He keep on tearing it, man. So it's kind of scary in regards to all the injuries that Jalen Phillips went through. You know, he's a very big person, intimidating person, 6'5", around 260. You know, he's definitely a talented DN, but it's just the injuries, man. Ever since college, injuries. You know, he almost retired from injuries during college. Almost retired, and he came back, ended up being a first-round pick. That goes to show you, like, he's injury-prone, but he has all the talent in the world to be still a first-round pick, even though he went through everything that he went through. You know, and on top of that, he was like one of the top players in the whole country at his age, one of the top players. Let me see. I'm going to search him up on 24/7 Sports real quick. See what he got going on. I'm trying to look for his 24/7 Sports. He was the number 2 ranked player in the whole nation. Number 2. 5-star prospect. UCLA, Alabama, Arizona State, California. So Jalen Phillips, he was definitely a dog coming out of high school. Definitely a dog. So when you see a player like this, you know, being available coming out the draft, you're going to look at his rating during high school to see if everything adds up. in regards to what you seen in high school and what you see in college. Did he improve in college? You didn't really get to see that because of the injuries that he had until he unretired, went back to Miami for 1 year, had a very good year, and then when he ended up going to the draft, that's what ended up happening. So them injuries, they're gonna keep on coming for Jalen Phillips. But I'm praying that they don't. But at this point, I'm pretty sure that they will. I'm pretty sure that they will continue, man. So shout out to Jalen Phillips. I would play his high school highlights, man, but I've been on stream for almost 3 hours with y'all. Almost 3 hours, man. So please leave a like since I'm on stream this late. Please leave a like. Anything will do. Anything. Here's a line.
You guys look like you remember who the you are. Yeah, that was awesome. That's a hell of a win, guys. All I can think about is, man, we've been forced in this stuff now. This has been 3 years in the making. Some of it 4. Like, that just doesn't happen. You got to work through it, grind through it, and go through the downs to get to the ups of where we're at. That was unbelievable, man. Division winners, back-to-back seasons, and the #1 seed.
Should have been the Dolphins. Should have been the Dolphins, man. It was definitely. Peace out, fam. Peace out, Billy. I'll be back tomorrow if you want to pull up. No worries. I'll try to find some content in regards to anything that we could talk about. It's the off season pretty much now, so there's not gonna be a lot of content to talk about. So I'll try to react to other team stuff on top of whatever I gotta react to, most likely. That was my coach. Oh, your real coach in high school, college, real coach.
It was a total team effort. I got 3 game balls. On offense, 23 carries, 139 yards, 3 touchdowns, 5 catches for 31 yards, 1 touchdown. Broke the franchise record for touchdowns in the season. Jaw Gibbs.
4 touchdowns in 1 game. This is why they got him in the first round. This is why. Jahmyr Gibbs, he has special talent. Special talent at running back.
Appreciate y'all, boys. Couldn't do without y'all. Love y'all. Let's keep going.
On defense, 5 total tackles. All right. 1 pass defended. Only gave 18. Had 3 catches. Mr. Amik Robinson.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate y'all, man, because y'all gave me a chance to showcase what I could do when they tried to bury me, dog. But they can't bury what comes from the dirt. Hey, let's get that big one.
Hey, that's the quote of the year, man. That's the quote.
Man, let's keep on working, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
I got 1 more on defense. 7 total tackles. 1's quarterback hit, 1 pass defense. Welcome back, Alex Angeloni.
Hey, every time you get this is a team award, but defense, I'm proud of you today, man. I'm proud of the defense today. Just for y'all. Appreciate you. Love you.
Only 9 points to the Vikings. That's crazy. 9 points for the Vikings, man. Oh yeah, I know that, fam. I know he was the interim head coach for the Dolphins. I do know that. I seen those pictures come out. When I was a fan when he was the interim head coach. Didn't he become the intern when Philbin got fired? We didn't have like the best of records when he became the interim head coach. So that's probably why we ain't bring him back. But if we did have like a very good record as him being the head coach, then I think we would have been straight. And on top of that, he was a tight ends coach when he got promoted to intern. So if you're bringing a tight end coach to be an interim head coach, nobody not gonna really have that much faith in you, not that much confidence, to be honest. I mean, you let me know.
It's a hell of a win, man. Back-to-back seat. What we've done is not easy.
But look, this is a tight end coach, and look where he bringing his team to, the NFC North champions. A tight ends coach. Sometimes it's all about the culture. It seems like nowadays the culture is the foundation. Then after that is the players that you bring in. And then after that is the coaches. Then after that is the owners. The owners, they pick the players. You could put them a little bit higher, but it all starts with the culture. If the culture not right, the player's not gonna be right. Player's not gonna be right.
It's not easy, but I'm telling you what, man, we've said it all along. We got a special group, man, and this has been coming a long time. That's a lot of hard work, and we are the #1 seed with a bye, gentlemen.
And you see his mentality, like he's not a soft head coach. He's a very hard, he could be your brother, but at the same time, he could punish you. With Mike McDaniel, I think he tried to be your brother at all times. At all times, no discipline with him, no discipline. You already know Dan Campbell, that boy, he looked like he could still play. He looked like he could still play. Like, if I did a one-on-one with Dan Campbell, I'm pretty sure I'm getting pancaked by Dan Campbell. Mike McDaniel, I'm pancaking him. So this is a guy that you could follow behind because like, hey, if we go at it, he could probably get me. But with Mike McDaniel, it just seemed like you could do whatever you want to him, and like he's not gonna do nothing to you. That's what I feel like.
But I'm telling you what, man, we've said it all along. We got a special group, man, and this has been coming a long time. That's a lot of hard work, and we are the #1 seed with a bye, gentlemen.
Be proud of this. This is just step one. This is just step one. We're on to bigger and better now. Proud of you guys. Love you all. 1 on 3, 1 2 3.
Them boys can't count. Shout out Penei Sewell. Definitely one of the best tackles in the league for sure. He was 500 after all those losses. The team played hard and was night and day. Them losses, they look more at the losses than the wins, whenever you have a 500 record. If your losses are better than your wins, then they're not even going to hold you accountable in regards to being a head coach. It's going to be like, oh, you're an intern. We're going to keep on looking for other people, but we still don't think you're the one. If you went undefeated during that time period, then we could talk business. Then we could talk money. But since you didn't, then we're not going to keep it. I do think that was the wrong mistake in regards to letting Dan Campbell go. But, it's just Dan Campbell at the age that he was at and the position, he really just had to show a lot out there. And I don't think Dan Campbell would have been that person unless he had went to the Saints to learn under Sean Payton. So that really helped him out as well. That really did help him. He coached with this exact energy back then, and he held players accountable. He commanded the podium. Those losses was on Philbin. Hey, I low-key probably got to do more research on that season. I probably do. But yeah, man, Dan Campbell, he a leader amongst men. Then Mike McDaniel, I don't know where he lays at in regards to the Dolphins. I don't know.
Product, John. How long?
Here's the GM for the Giants. Here's what he got to say since he keeping Brian Daboll and the GM for the Giants, even though them boys did horrible this year.
How long will it take to improve the product, John?
It better not take too long, Bruce, because I've just about run out of patience.
How long will it take?
Damn, why can't our owner say this? I don't know. Let me go to the comments. If the Miami Dolphins go from 8-9 to 12-5 this year, it will be crazy. It definitely will be crazy, but it seems like everything gonna have to fall into place for us to get to that point. Everything will have to fall into place. Do you think everything will fall into place for us to go 12-5? I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna have Tua to the point as to where he could get us there. I don't think he can. Heartbreaking. Justin Simmons left the Broncos for the Falcons after 8 seasons in Denver without a playoff appearance. In his first year away, the Broncos made the playoffs while Atlanta missed out. You have to feel just awful for Simmons, who just wants to win. So I do feel bad for Simmons. He left the Broncos. And he didn't leave the Broncos, but Sean Payton just said that, like, yeah, we don't need him. We don't really need Justin Simmons. We good with what we got. But it hurts seeing your team go to the playoffs the year that you leave. It makes you feel like you're useless. You're nothing. Like the team ain't really need you out there. They could have did it by themselves, man. So that's that hurt, man. That's that hurt. You remember all the Dolphin fans wanted Justin Simmons? Shoot, we would have been better off with him than Jordan Poyer. Way better off with him than Jordan Poyer, in my honest opinion. And then Tyreek Hill, he did the profile picture change. He turned himself to AB. This is the biggest troll on the internet. The biggest troll. I give Tyreek Hill that award today. He is the biggest troll off of this alone, man. Tyreek Hill, he can't stay off the internet for too long. He can't be like Tua and not be on the internet. He can't be like other players and not be on the internet. But hey, it's expected, man. We talked about Tyreek earlier in this video, so if y'all want to hear what I got to say about Tyreek, go check out earlier in this live stream, and y'all see what I have to say about Tyreek. We already spoke about Rex Ryan. Here's an AI video of Skip talking about the Joy situation. This is funny. This is funny.
I wanted to address the hairdresser in the room. Ever since I can remember, I had to watch Joy get passed around like a blunt in a soul food kitchen. And I wanted those sweet, sweet mommy milkers. I wanted that voluptuous vixen, that dirty slut. But did I exist? Was my influence large enough to suck me off at the Christmas party? Apparently not, bitch. I'm the dude you blackmail. And then I saw the hairdresser. I thought I can get this one. I'm powerful. 1.5 million for blue balls. I wanted to address the hairdresser in the room.
I gotta let me know what y'all think about
Joy
this.
get past the hairdresser in the room. Ever since I can remember, I had to watch Joy get passed around like a blunt in a soul food kitchen.
Wow.
And I wanted those sweet, sweet mommy milkers.
Mommy
I wanted
milkers.
that voluptuous vixen, that dirty slut. But did I exist? Was my influence large enough to suck me off at the Christmas party?
No.
Apparently not, bitch. I'm the dude you blackmail. And then I saw the hairdresser. I thought I can get this one. I'm powerful. 1.5 million for blue.
This is crazy, man. I wish Skip actually said this, man. This is him actually owning up and stepping up and being Skip. This is the Skip I want to hear. This is the Skip. But yeah, this AI stuff is funny. Look, this is AI, so please take this for a grain of salt. This is just for entertainment. Just for entertainment, please. Here's the note that Jalen Ramsey posted. A violinist played for 45 minutes in the New York subway. A handful of people stopped and a couple clapped, and a violinist raised about $30 in tips. No one knew this, but the violinist was Joshua Bell, one of the best musicians in the world in that subway. Joshua played one of the most intricate pieces ever written with a violin worth $3.5 million. 2 days before he played in the subway, Joshua sold out a Boston theater, and the seats averaged about $100. The experiment proved that the extraordinary in an ordinary environment does not shine and is so often overlooked and undervalued. There are brilliantly talented people everywhere who aren't receiving the recognition and the reward they deserve. But once they arm themselves with value and confidence and remove themselves from an environment that isn't serving them, they thrive and grow. Your gut is telling you something. Listen to it. If it's telling you where you are isn't enough, go where you are appreciated and valued. Know your worth. Ramsey, you posting this after the loss that we went through is suspect. It's suspect. I'm not even gonna lie. But I'm not gonna take it too harsh in regards to Ramsey wanting to leave, but maybe that could be the case. If you read the context clues of this little short story right here, it kind of seems like Jalen Ramsey wants a new environment so he could be a better person. That's what it seemed like. But the internet, they took it out of proportion and just said, yeah, Ramsey, he gone. He gone. But we don't know how Ramsey really feel. If Tyreek feel how he feel, I'm pretty sure Ramsey feel the same way, but he not gonna speak on it. He gonna keep it a little bit more low key. You know, Jalen Ramsey, I think he a little bit better in regards to handling his emotions, a little bit better than Tyreek. But shout out to Jalen Ramsey. Hopefully he don't leave. We definitely gonna need him. Definitely gonna need him. We're probably gonna need this too. You know, Archie Manning. Could he be available in the 2027 draft? I think maybe 26. Who knows? He got a lot to improve on, but I think next year he's gonna be a way better quarterback for Texas, and he's gonna lead them right into the playoffs. You know, he's seen Quinn Ewers do it for him, so he don't have to do too much this year. But next year, the team is his. The team is his for at least 2 years. The team will be his. And we're gonna see if he could bring Texas the Natty. If he does bring the Natty to Texas, you know, have a Joe Burrow season, then I think this would be a generational talent at quarterback. Generational talent at quarterback. But as of right now, I can't call him that. I can't. But I do see a lot of upside from Arch Manning. A lot of upside. So yeah, let me know how y'all feel about Arch Manning to the Dolphins. Let me know. All right, so this is gonna be the last tweet, and then I'm gonna be done. Man. Rookie season for Marvin Harrison Sr. 64 catches, 836 yards, 8 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr. 63 catches, 885 yards, 8 touchdowns. So they had very similar rookie years. Very similar rookie years. So father like son. Father like son. Let me search up Marvin Harrison Jr. To see what he did that next year after that. Marvin Harrison Sr. stats. We're going to check that out to see. Okay, so he entered the league when I was born, 1996. He had 836 yards. The next year, he had 866 yards. But I don't think Marvin doing that. He probably going to get to this mark right here. No, not that. I think that's too high. 14. I think that's his max right there. 1,400 yards. That's his max. Y'all let me know how much yards y'all think Marvin Harrison Jr. could get next year. Is it going to be the same as his dad? He only went up 30 yards this year. Then he went down to 776 yards. And boom, 1,000, consistently, 1,000. The last 2 years with the Colts died down. Then he stopped playing. Let me get to y'all comments. 5 and 12. Mara has changed into Jerry Jones. Hey, no cap. No cap. You're not lying about that. I wanted Simmons. You talking about Justin Simmons? You wanted him? Justin Simmons. I don't know. He was on the older side. We were kind of scared, probably based off the injury that he was coming off of. But he would have been a better fit, I think, with what we have with Javon Holland and him. Perfect fit. Jordan Poirier, he just don't got the juice that Justin Simmons got, in my honest opinion. Jordan Poirier, he a good safety, but the juice that Justin Simmons got, he don't got it. Especially right now, at this time in both of their careers. One of them, they're a little older than the other. So it does make sense. Blunt pass around, hella funny. I'm telling you, fam, funny. The hairdresser snitching on Joy for no reason. She probably jealous. I'm not even gonna lie. She probably is. Joy was giving that Joy. You go, girl. Hey. That's for Joy right there. That's for Joy. I don't know what she's doing right now. Maybe she with Acho right now, but hey, shout out to you, Joy. You know my Instagram. Joy. Ramsey came here too late. Most definitely. But he wasn't going to leave the Rams when he was in his prime with the Rams. He wasn't going to leave the Rams, but we got him on a good deal, though. A third-round pick and Hunter Long. Come on, man. You cannot say no to that. The year before, he probably wouldn't went for a first-round pick. The year before that, he probably would have went for a first-round pick. We need that 2020 youth movement. Yes, of course. So I don't want to trade away no draft picks. No draft picks. The only thing I would do is bring free agents and draft somebody with all of our picks in this draft. Greer is a dumbass for losing the plot. Hey, we all know this. We all know this about Chris Greer. We all know that. Free agents off of rookie deals and draft. Mm. I think we got like what 10 picks, 9 picks. So we got no choice but to get the right players, man. From first pick to last pick, we better have some dogs on that field. Don't try to be unorthodox and try to switch it up. Get a different person that you know is not a scheme fit. You really want to make the right choice in regards to that. To be honest, really do. Um, but yeah, man, it's about to be 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably going to call it a night today because I'm gonna be back tomorrow. I want to spill all the content tonight. If I don't, you know. If you just hopped in, you can go to the beginning and you can see everything that we reacted to together. And that should be it, man. If there's any last words, I'm gonna give y'all up until 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock to let me know, and then that will be it from there. That will be it. All right. This is interesting right here.
To reevaluate the front office and the general manager, what would your response be?
My response would be, how would you improve it? And then if it is credible, I mean, you want to do it, okay?
So I'd actually like to go back to John's first question, Shad, back to you. I know you noted that if this head coaching candidate was to say, hey, I think the medical needs to be reevaluated, the health and wellness, if they were to say, I would like to reevaluate the front office and the general manager, what would your response be?
My response would be, how would you improve it? And then if it is credible, I mean, you want to do it. Okay.
His job at risk. His job at risk, man. Most definitely. I thought he was gonna get fired before Doug Peterson, but Doug Peterson he got fired first. So, hey man, shout out to him. MDMA. What's the MDMA drug? I don't know what that is. Ecstasy? I'm guessing that's what it is, right? Yeah, I think so. Let me see if there's like a quick video I can watch.
Did you know that MDMA, known as MD, pingers, Molly or ecstasy, is an illegal drug often sold as pills, powders or crystals?
Wow.
However, a lot of substances tested as MDMA in New Zealand recently contain synthetic cathinones, and some contain no MDMA at all. MDMA forces your brain to release chemicals that make you happy, high and horny. You might feel more energetic, confident, emotional, empathetic and connected to other people. MDMA can also make you feel dizzy, dehydrated, anxious and agitated, and large doses can be more unpleasant.
So Vaughn, that's what you was doing? MDMA, that's what you was doing, Vaughn? Come on, man. Gotta do better. Gotta do better. But yeah, it's 1 o'clock right now. I'm I'm gonna save some of the content for later. If I find some stuff that I like, I'm gonna save them and we're gonna react to them. And we're gonna react to them tomorrow. That's what we're gonna do. Shout out to Ralph, Billy, everybody who pulled up. Let me see, Mike Torres, Rakus, Chef Drew, he pulled up. Billy, I already said Billy, Iceman, everybody who pulled up, man. Appreciate y'all, love y'all. You already know what it is. DGE on Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG. Check the bio out down below for all my inquiries if you want to talk business, and y'all go check out the merch. Y'all go check out the merch, man. We're here late night with it. Late night. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And I'm going, man.